Little brother did 20, think he's standing on business. He worried about me, he need to mind his business. When OG was talking, I sat back and listened. That shit broke my heart, but it fixed my vision. Gotta train your mind to be stronger than your feelings. You gotta go hard from the start to the finish. It be damaged people trying to ruin your end. Think I'm worried about you, you must be trying. Some shit gon' happen, but that's just life. It's all about how you shake back and get right. Ty always gonna make sure I'm tight. He always influence me and give me advice. I'm brave, I could be 6 feet doing life. Know some younger 14 ain't high as a kite. You gotta have motion to do what I do. Just give me the ball and watch what I do. I'm way too on point, can be paid for. I'm king of the jungle, hood like a zoo.
Black African power. What's good? What's happening? A well-organized lie. Defeats a disorganized truth every time. Woo-hoo-wee. Man, y'all already know what it is, man. It's God killing the house. And I'm coming to do what I got to do, and I'm going to do what I got to do. Standing tall, standing strong. Hey! Bobby banging this bitch. What's good, family? Man, y'all know what it is, man. What's good with you, man? Man, we got something light. Y'all see the title, man. The restart of scholarship, man. Ancient Egypt being taught through Pseudo Ship. Y'all know who doing it, man. Got our foot on his neck. He's the #1 stunner of pseudo information and apologizing and taking it back and forth and all this. Got him lacking out there in these streets, man. It's just amazing to me, man. I could just show y'all, man. Let me let the family get up in the building for a minute, man. We got 15,000 people, man. I see y'all in there, man. Raymond, what's good? What it do? Miss Bennett, House Mouse, Black Panther, what's going on with you? Jesus Price, what it do, man? I know y'all got a lot of shows that's going around on YouTube, man. And if y'all stop through here, man, appreciate y'all, man. We're going to let everybody get in here, man. Wait on my man Cedric to get through, man. Look. We putting it together. So let's let the people get in here, man. Get up in here, man. What's up, Danny? What's going on with you, brother? Appreciate you stopping through, man. Y'all got time, man. Always tune into our shows, man. We're gonna promise to have accurate and detailed information, man. And we're gonna also promise you that, you know, we're not just gonna Wikipedia you, man. I like Wikipedia though, right? I like the AI technology too, ChatGPT. Okay, but I also like give you all a little wink, you know, read something out of Wikipedia and then pull up the source that they got, right? So there's a lot of conversations that people just messing all the material up, man. Let me go right here. This is a few things I want to do, man, to get it get it really popping, man, and show y'all how people be playing. Yo. They really be playing, yo. And I don't know why they play with me, yo. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know. Don't play with me. I ain't the mark. I ain't the easy lick out the bunch. I ain't stupid. I just look that way. Yeah, I'm armed and dangerous. I'm armed and dangerous. I'm armed and dangerous, and I will shoot. Y'all see the literature right here, man. New light on Northeast African paths. Mm, You know, I deal with archaeological surveys, man. Important. Books always have maps in it. Always. So you can see where you at and what you're doing. You know, I made a promise a long time ago to myself, to my people, you know, to make sure this thing get right. You know, we talking about Gift Kabir, safely fixed in Egypt. That's Egypt, y'all, right there, because y'all don't know, right? Made a promise a long time ago, man, to make sure that I clean up the division every time it gets stinky and foolery. And there's dudes that's been really, really getting on my nerves, man. And he was getting on my nerves because, you know, he had learned how to play the game of foolery at levels. He had learned how to trick people real well, howling and screaming. You know, on the internet, they like people that howl and scream. They like that. They like people to give misinformation and sound good scholarship and foolishship. There's a new thing on the horizon. We call it click'emship. Click'emship. Where they clicking it, click, clickety, clack, click them. Clicking them, trying to move their way through Wikipedia and click them. But you never hear them. You never see them with a damn book. Now, I know books aren't the best things all the time. I get that. I understand that. Right? But books like archaeological surveys and books that are based around the available data, like a textbook, is top notch. Or like those archaeological surveys I always show y'all. Meaning, written by the, researchers, right? And written by the people that actually did the work. That's the type shit we talked about. But there's people out here that kind of cheated their way to the top of the foolery division. The foolery division is hosted by, and it's not going to speak for all of North Africa. I'm not going to do that. Because I'm sure there's some good old folks that live there. But there's a certain segment that have raised their ugly head to fight against African Americans, marginalized communities, that was claiming Egypt for themselves because it was in Africa. And then some, not all of them, but a lot of them said they was black because that's how it started off. I mean, it started off white, and then you get the Afrocentric movement that dove in and say, no, it was Negro, it was black. But the Afrocentric movement was a pushback against the Eurocentric movement, for sure. There was a need for it. And it wasn't like the Afrocentric movement was making up shit. Y'all think they was, but they actually wasn't. Because all we would have to do, let me see. Damn it. Why I never can find my man book. I can't never find Diop's book when I really, really need it, man. I see you, Chris MVP. What's going on? See you in battle mode there, bro. See you. Where the hell's the book? They didn't actually make it up like y'all think they did. They didn't just come out of nowhere with this shit. Right? Rosner, let me see, hold on, Rosner and all them, man, they said there was Negroes in Egypt, yo. So they got the shit honest, yo. Damn. Diop's got it honest too. If you read chapter 6 or 9 in his book, right, he talks about the academia, right, and how they always talked about Negroes. Damn. What are we? All right. Rosner, even Peachtree, racists, they all talked about the Negroes in Egypt. They just said they were slaves. So it's not like the Afrocentric movement made this shit up. They got it from white academia. We just want to get this clear because I'm tired of hearing people run their damn mouth. I'm tired of the fake North Africans because you don't know if they from North Africa or Tbilisi some damn where. They just talk on the internet and they're mean and disingenuous. Right? And they comment. I'm going to show you the type of comments they make. And this is why I don't like Trump. You say, how the hell you got the same thing? Trump is ignorant as hell, right? Because he feels racism. He inspires it. He stirs it up in a wild way. This is the same thing Chief X does. He stirs the pot of racism, white supremacy, or racism, North African, whatever the hell you want to do. He stirs the pot, and he's the champion of those in North Africa now. Craziest thing ever. It's the wildest thing ever to see a Chief X video in Arabic. You ever seen that? I'm going to get, hold on. You be like, huh? How do you become the champion? I'll tell you how you become the champion. Give me a sec. Because we cooking with hot grease. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. 1 second. Wildest thing ever, y'all. Wildest thing ever. I should have had that already. Hold on. I'm going to have to call. I'm making a call on. Wait 1 second, y'all. 1 second. It's crazy. I mean crazy. 1 second. All right, somebody gonna send that to me. It's the craziest thing ever. Yo, he has actually became the champion of North Africa. What the hell? Not only the champion of North Africa, but the champion of bad information coming out of North Africa by non-scientists, non-people with degrees, and just anybody. It ain't no different than when African Americans start wilding out on the Native Americans. You be like, come on, dog. But even when African Americans is trying to rob and steal other people's history, there has to be a certain line that we all draw. See, I'm going to draw a line down the map. I already know African Americans can get very confused based off of their position, based off of never ever going to be able to find exactly where they come from. That's lost. And y'all not getting that back. DNA can't bring it back. The archaeological record can't bring it back. Can't just bring it back. So we sit in a very precarious situation. Can't get it back. So we latch on to different histories. We latch on to Egypt because it's in Africa. That's why I like Egypt, because it's in Africa. I don't give a damn, right, on what pseudo or what wild person try to say that I can't like that. I don't care. I like Roman history. I don't give a damn on who say I can't like that. I love Japanese history, Chinese history. That's just me. Watch the whole series on Apaches. Like the way they fought against Europeans early on. When I looked at the mistakes they made. So I always enjoy, different culture. Okay. But we all going to, if you're an African American and if you got any pride about your damn self, you're going to have some affinity for cultures in Africa, and not just one. You know what I'm saying? You're just going to have affinity for it because you want to know. We all as human beings yearn to want to know. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So my point is, even when the African American is yearning history and they take somebody else's history, I'm saying, okay, but there's a line that people can say, well, y'all doing too much. I get it. But then the mean for a Native American person to in turn, right, to be wild and racist is wild to me. And yeah, African Americans can be just as mean when they acting like they are. I get all that, right? But that don't mean I gotta stand back on the sidelines. Because I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? That's like your brother, right? You go out with your brother, man, and he do something wild outside, and you know he wrong. Yo, you wait till he get back home. You say, yo, you was wrong out there, yo. You was wrong, man. Don't do that no more, man. This is what that is. Handle that situation right. So I feel myself in the same situation. Although African Americans, they got it honest. Afrocentric got it honest. They got it from people in the fields of anthropology. When they said they was Negroes, they got it from the people that literally was digging up the skulls. Y'all know I got the homework on that. I've done it before. So they've always had the homework on Negroes being in Egypt because that's what the hell they called them. They got it slapped wrong, meaning what was a Negro? It was part of the defined races at that time. There was 5 races: Mongoloid, Caucasoid, Oceania, Native American, and Negroid. Nature knows no color line. Nature knows no boundary. So it was an impossible task anyway to try to slide somebody into these different wild categories because human beings are 99.99 the same. And those arbitrary things like skin color and hair texture are just that, arbitrary. Doesn't define the organism. But since they did put it in a category, this was the racism, white supremacy. This was the thing that helped fuel the slave trade, making up racialized terms. We totally get that, and we sharp with it. But it ain't like the Afrocentric movement just made this shit up like they do now. People literally make stuff up now. Why am I saying it? They make stuff up now because we have the answers. And you don't have to make it up. That there are clear answers to some of these questions that we're looking for. Simple as that. So we're going to drop the link early. We want to hear your attention. Where the hell is my man at that's supposed to be helping me host? Wait. Where you at? You at? Let me see. So I'm just saying, y'all know I'm just saying. If I say they got it honest, they got it honest. So they didn't just make it up. Everybody act like they made it up. I gotta hear people trash Dr. Ben. Oh, he made it up. He didn't make it up. It was there for him to read. I don't see you putting that same pressure on the early Europeans that was making those mistakes and said they was white people. I don't see you putting pressure on the early Europeans that was delving into the subject when they said they was Negroes. Y'all don't put the pressure on Dr. Bennett and John, because I don't understand that. Y'all should be putting the pressure on the people today. Right now, today, we have a clear picture. We have a clear picture, right, of at least what directions we should be in. You shouldn't be in alarm, like your man Wild Lex did. Shouldn't be looking at a slide. We're gonna play that slide. We gonna play that slide. We always start our show off with that slide. So let's start the slide. Look. The slide off. Let me show y'all something. Man. Listen, man. I done heard somebody say, yo, why you picking on nobody, yo? I'm mind my business. I ain't picked on nobody, yo. Y'all talking about, yo. I see Brother Reggie live. Brother Reggie live. Pick up the Brother Reggie. Pick up the Brother Reggie. Live. Does he finish? Okay. Brother Reggie on the case. Glad everybody's starting to wake up out here in this world. So we can see who really flamming and flim-flamming and all that bim-bamming. Well, let me show. I want to let y'all know, yo, that, you know, I want to hit y'all with, let me share my screen. You know, I want to, you know, get everybody in the building. There he go. Boy, you late. You late, Cedric.
I'm sorry. I'm sitting here waiting. I saw the yo and I was like, the yo, and I see the StreamYard. I hit the button. I'm sitting here waiting.
It ain't my
What
fault.
do
It's
you
got to be
got,
your
killer?
fault. I don't know, man. I wanted to make sure, man. You know, you always got a voice around here, yo. You my man, yo, my right hand man, yo. I want to make sure, yo, that you know, yo, you the number one hitter. I want to make sure you always got a voice, man. So I ain't have enough room to put out name. I want to put your name in the title, me and your name in the title, man. So they can see we can do a show without cussing out people. I want them to know that we can do it.
Yeah. Easy work.
It's easy work, Mr. Ortega. So where am I at? All right. I want to show why I'm on this guy's head, Chief X and them. Right? There's a good reason why I'm on his head, and I don't want to hear nothing else, but I'm not on his head. So here's this guy's channel right here, right? All righty. Look, got my name in the title. Look, Bobby Banger is not science advocate. Yeah, he's done. Look, we can just go down the line. Look, experts prove Chief X been right. Look, Wuja Emma Cat debunked. All right, look, we just gonna go. We're gonna see how many times are popping up. What's that? That's one. That's two. He getting everybody. He's shooting at everybody. That's fine. He should shoot everybody with accuracy, though. I'm shooting with accuracy. He on Rickety Almond head. Crazy. Lady ain't never said. Lady ain't even a part of this thing. All right, let's see. Here you go. 3. Here you go. My name again. Destroyed by Egyptology. Regarding the. I think that's the video I'm gonna play. Cause he makes shit up though. He not being genuine with it, yo. If you catch me slipping, go ahead and bring that out. But don't lie. All right, on Dr. Ben. He talking about retiring Dr. Ben. Like, who said it? To retire Dr. Ben. My name again. Okay, here you go. Look. Chief X responded to Karakuni. I don't even want to click because I know he was saying something. Well, I got my name in there. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see if I'm just making this up. No, Chief X and my friend. He's stupid. Nappy hair. Is it there? Oh, man. Hold on. Chief X destroys the pseudo killers in Unk. Always got the organization in his mouth. All right. Always Unk and Garfield. Look. 8 months ago. He ain't gonna stop. Neither. Look, Unk. Brother Unk's fall from grace. Look. Smash Rockwell. Reggie caught line. All right, what else we got? Oh, man. Brother Unk. Bobby. Black Augment stupidity. Look. Chief X hit Unk with a left hook. Mediterranean people. I don't mind that type. That was all right. Here you go. Garfield and Unk and Miss Chief X is their teacher. How? Just flagrant. Look. Brother Unk. Look. I'm just want to show y'all. Y'all think I'm just messing with them. I heard some wild North Africans is wild. They're really very, very wild and out of order. They need to relax and subdue themselves and chill out. Yeah, Chief X, I'm finally gonna look at your video. I'm looking at your video, bro. The Black Egypt debunk. I never looked at it. I'm finally looking at your videos and I see, yo, I could have been finished you off, but I just want to see how far you was gonna go. Here you go, brother Unk. Bobby Bang agrees with Chief X. Look, got a picture of us on this damn thumbnail. Look. Look, still going. Look. Yeah, go. Let me see. Look, was the Nubians, Caucasian, Caucasoid, Negroid, Nubians? Look, he just apologized for saying that, didn't he? He never did. He was playing with y'all. Garfield thing up bad, got polite. All right, we understand that. Black Egypt debunked, the final nail. Brother Unk, look. Origins of Afro-Asiatic language and lessons for Brother Unk. He teaching me. Look, got the logo on there. Chief first. Look, proof Chief X, the first pseudo killer teacher. Get the hell, that's crazy. Man, he should have his own thing. Look, Unk. State of Conscious Community featuring Unk. Smack. Look, how many times Unk, Reggie Smack. Look, elders. Look, I'm just keep, look, we're gonna keep going. My oh my. So don't ask me why I'm banging Unk. Look, Unk. I'm Roscar Wuja, brother. And if I show the title, say something wild about everybody. Man, he really get his rocks off on me, yo, for a while now, yo. For a while now. Ran his mouth too much. Look at the video. So I'm looking at your video, bro. You had that shit. You better take that shit. You better take that video down. Yeah, take the Egypt debunk down. Take it down. Okay, look. I see this thumbnail. Conscious community hobos. Yo, if you had some decent information, yo, you definitely funny. Look, pseudo killers broke up. Look, hoe ass Unk. Look at that. Look at that. Look, see. Yo, I think he earned one. He just earned getting beat up now. He earned it. Yeah, you been running on ice the whole time, yo, and slipped and bust your head. I'm trying to tell, I say, yo, you running on ice, yo. Your shit is thin. You're gonna fall through the ice. Don't do it. Kept doing it. Kept putting my name. Look, brother Unk gets beat up by a 63-year-old grandmother. Look, what is he talking about? Look, so y'all thought it's just me, huh? Oh, Unk just like the message. Look. Saw pseudo-linguists. They came from North Delta. Look, they came from the North, the Delta. Look, he ain't even got enough sense to take down the videos. He just apologized to y'all. And in all his titles, he's showing you, look, there was the A group Caucasians. Look at that. Remember that? See, he thought he apologized. He didn't take the videos down. I thought he wasn't listening to Rising in them. They came from the South, Debunk Part 3. Look at that. Amaral Squad. Look. Sudan, Nahisi Slave, Amaral Squad. Man, look. So look. All right. Uncle Cat. Got all my names. The Messenger Brother Unk. Uncle Cat, God Killer. Unk. I'm going to fall back on Unk. Lies. He ain't fall back. He turned it up even more. Pseudo killers. Look. Chief X versus pseudo killers.
Wow. There's a versus.
The black Africans, the youngest or the oldest humans. He didn't say anything. Look, I ain't gonna look. I can keep look. Unk, look. Did brother Unk lie about his DNA? Final proof. Look at him. Look. Boy, don't make me don't make me go look dig it. Don't make me dig into the crates and go get that. Here you go. Watching brother Unk claim he an Egyptian lie. Look at that. Yeah, I might address that one day. Because I like this one right here. I might address that one day. I gotta go into my old computer there and get my presentation out when I show my DNA test. Look, then he threatened me. Look, then he come, Unk. I'm in Atlanta for brother Unk. Look. Look, I can just keep going.
Oh man.
Come on, man. Oh man, come on, y'all. Man, so don't ask me, yo. If you look, Chief X destroys the Amaral Squad. Anything I do, any brand I create, anything I do, you always look at that, man. Look, here you go, Chief X, Wuja, and the squad. Look, I just keep going, yo. Like this, all this man got is talk about me. Look, brother Unk, And Magi Smash Rockwell's debunked. Yeah, that's the one with the pot. Remember, he made up the pottery and I beat him. Yeah. Look, the Greens Hair Afrocentric argument destroyed. Look, Unc and Reggie. Look, brother Unc and Sarnetta are not on drugs. Is that a good one or a bad one? Did Unc and brother Reggie teach Black Americans are Egyptians? Look, I ain't gonna keep going, man. Look, I'm gonna stop right here. I'm a Raw Squad. It's a whole catalog. He don't mess with none of the pseudos, though. He stay on me, yo. Crazy, yo. Anyway, I just wanted to show you, man. I ain't just picking on that, man. What's going on, though, Cedric?
I'm good.
You know, we got to start all the shows off with the clip from my main man.
Yeah,
My main man, Chief X, you know, because he is all inspired us this week.
Hilarious.
Yeah, he is definitely inspired this week. All we gotta do is go. Let me see. Did I put it in the server? Hold on. Hold on. We just gotta get to the video. Oh, damn. No, we'll just go. This we'll do. Look, we'll go. Look, this how easy this is, y'all. Let me show you what we do. We just go to the channel, go all the way back up to the top. He should have took the video down, but of course he did not take the video down. All right. Let me get this right here. Hold on. Chief X, the first message to Sheffrin and my friend. Yeah. Where the one at? Is love? Hold on. Let me see. Blacks love Donald Trump. So he's supporting Donald Trump. Listen, man. Y'all supporting Donald Trump, yo. This man incites hate, yo. I wouldn't care what they was running on. The man Trump incites hate. As much as we done been through, I wouldn't care if Kamala couldn't read and write. You cannot have a person with that much power. See, once you become the president, you have a lot of power, yo, and you can actually incite hate. You can incite people to get their brains blown out when you got that much influence as the president of the United States. Y'all seen what happened to the Capitol? Had them people run down there and people got hurt, brains blown out. I ain't mean that. Come on, man. Experts prove Chief X right. Ain't that the one? That's the one, right? Okay, that's the one, right?
That's it right there.
No, that's a different one. He just got all kind of, ain't no expert never proved that man right. That's a month ago. Hold on, I want that one. No, where's the one he just did, yo? Did he take that one down, yo?
And you know what's funny?
What?
I just
Chief
got
X, did you take that down? Go ahead.
His
Go ahead, talk. I'm
his
trying to
two
find
biggest cheerleaders, which made him the leader of the coalition. When he dropped through the ice, they just ran off and left him.
They ain't pick him up. Yo said he fell through the ice, yo.
We were warning them when we was having that Mediterranean conversation in the back chat. Remember, I keep saying it. Every time you say Mediterranean, you make it sound like the invading race theory. That's why you're getting the pushback from me in particular. Now, I did not know that our two good brothers had no clue what the invading race theory was or who Flinders Petrie was. Because if you're supporting my man square and center, Chief X is the original pseudo killer, then you two must have also not known of Flinders Petrie, right? CNC.
Hey, yo, I just found out all that'd be crazy, yo. Yeah, that was the craziest thing on earth, man. Where the hell is the damn video at, man? Hold on. Should have took it down. If you had some sense, Chief X, you would have took that down, boy. If you had some sense, you would have taken that down. Let me go to this other. I got a couple servers here now. Couple servers here. Couple of them. Few of them. Nope, that ain't the one. Oh man, is this the one? Tell you what, there, Cedric. Where in the world did I put that at? Do I got my phone?
Let's see.
Hold on. I get on my phone. Phone got it. Don't know where else got it. My phone got
Bobby
it.
Clips and God Killer.
Nah, I know that ain't it. Hold on. I thought I put one in there. I just probably went off the top of the head with that. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Man, this ain't the one. I don't see that. I don't see that. Yeah, he tripping with that one. Hold on. It's coming, goddamn. Let the people get up in the space, man. What's going on with you, though, Cedric?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. You know, I appreciate the unnecessary pushback because you know me. I dive in. I take their arguments to heart, and I do the work, and they always come up wanting, and you know, I always come back to the same point. You gotta creep before you can walk. You gotta walk before you can run. So I hear some of these conversations, and while I'm hearing these conversations, I can hear what these people don't know. For example, I realized lately, shout out to my good brother, that the concept of migration eludes these people's understanding. Folks, when we're talking about migration, we're talking about genes, because the people that come in, they are not the people that we're talking about. When we talk about admixture, we're talking about the byproduct of. When we talk about these new genes that come in, we're not talking about a group of people that live 5,000 years. So their offspring know only one location where they are indigenous to. I hope that sinks in. Maybe it goes over your head. Let me slow it down. The people, the individual, the 50 people that came in are not the 50 people we're talking about when we talk about migration. We're talking about the genes that mingled with the population that was already there. Their offspring know only that particular environment. They're indigenous to that area. And the conversation about indigenous needs, you need to remain focused. That is pre-colonization. So you cannot use post-colonization examples to support your arguments.
Man, I had to just realize, man, that people just don't care, yo.
It is so silly that they're having these grandiose conversations without being firmly rooted in what these things mean. When we talk about cultures migrating, we're talking about existing people interchanging ideas. So you see that a particular area has had contact with another area. When you see cultural exchange, this is evident of contact between two people.
Oh
It's
man,
not
look at
a
here.
problem of a place.
My fault. Look at here, look at here, look at here. Yeah, man. With the pressure on them. Hold on. This is how we doing this here, man. So you know the video was on private. You better have to put that video on private, boy. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Now we cooking with hot grease around here.
You got him
Now we
running.
cooking with hot grease around here. That's what we saying. Yeah, I'm gonna make you put a lot of videos on private. Now, better had it did it. Yeah, look at him.
Run, Forrest, run.
Yeah, run for it, run for it. Yeah. Let me show. Let me see. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Like that. I was like, where the video at? I don't see the video. Where the video at? Yeah, we see where the video at. It's on private time. During private time. Yeah. Hold on.
You don't say.
He's gone for real. Video unable. Look. Look. There you go. Gone. There you go. Video unavailable. Go to the home. All right, there you go. Out of the game. Now let me show y'all now. Hold on. Because we like to do this right. You know what I'm saying? So on private is out of the game. Now, what video was out the game? Let me show y'all what video was out the game. While we playing. See, they be playing, yo. The formation of Egypt, pseudo killers is trash. The Green Sahara. Hold on, let me get look. It's out of there. Hold on. Yeah, okay. I don't want y'all. Hold on. Can you see it? Y'all see it?
Yeah.
Y'all see that, right?
Mm-hmm. It's
That
right
was the
there.
what?
I can see it. That's the video. The
All
green
right, y'all
sign.
see it. Hold on. Why the thing? All right, there you have it. It's gone. You click that on. Look. I click it on. Look. Private.
Private.
Yeah. Yeah, we cooking with hot grease over here. Right. That's admirable. Take it down. Yeah. Now, let's work on this. Let's work on this one. Gonna work on this one, Cedric. All right. But we still can't let you get away with it, though. Cedric, we still can't let them get away with it, though.
No.
We'll just come over here. Hold on. Yeah, we can't let you get away with it because you did the way you did it was wild. Hold on. The way you did it was wild. All right, so we did a great critique on that. Did a great critique on it. All right. Hold on, we did a great critique on it. We got the material. We got the material. We got the material. We got the material. This is the material we got. We got it, Cedric. We got it. All right, we got the material. We got the material. Y'all see that picture right there? Y'all see that? Yeah. External. Y'all see that, right? External origin. That's the man fleeing his peace tree. We got that off the market because we was cooking with hot grease. Yeah. But I want to hear him say it because he can't take them words away. Hold on. Yes, sir. This is the favorite chart right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is the chart. Let's see. So you don't actually think that he would actually you don't think Chief X would actually rock like that, huh?
I mean, damn. Let's go.
Here we go. Let's go.
The Jerseian, or the second civilization, as he called it, was brought to Egypt by invaders, by an eastern desert folk, or people from Syria. He wasn't quite decided. Eastern desert folk, or people from Syria.
There you go. Click him, Ship.
By an eastern desert folk, or people from Syria. He wasn't quite decided on.
Hey, Juju.
Yeah.
He hitting that button, got the handle like this. Pow! He think he jamming.
Click.
Click.
Just
Click him, Ship. Dirt on himself, yo.
Yeah.
Down
hole and buried himself.
Hold on.
All he had to do was just wait.
I want to take it to
Very,
here.
very clear terms. The invasion by the Elamite race that began.
The Elamite race. Let me just show you who the Elamites are.
Let him teach. He teaching. He teaching.
Okay?
Okay, so he's going into detail now. He's detailing this argument that he agrees with, that he has not apologized for bringing. Yeah, Chief X, I like to see. I want to see how you come back off of this one.
Why is my shit so goddamn slow? It always gets slow when I'm getting ready to share stuff.
Because you slow. Yeah.
Ah, damn.
Here we go. We rocking there, Mr. Chief X.
Elam.
There you go.
Right.
That's where Egyptians come
Where
from,
is
right
that
there.
at?
There you go. Yeah, you're gonna make it big for y'all. You're gonna blow it up for y'all. Blow it up for them. Other side of Persian Gulf. Look where you got the Egyptians coming from, y'all. Persian Gulf.
History of Iran.
Iran. Then he got his laugh.
Okay, let's move forward.
That's y'all man
let's
right
move.
there. It's your
Right.
boy.
Where is that at?
Where is that at?
Just the way we handle
All right.
pottery.
We gotta make it clear. So she's talking about the wavy handle pottery. Hold on, I don't even want to get there. I don't want to get right now. You on your A game. This is Chief X chart now. Y'all know this is chart. All right. Slutrian invasion from the Caucasus. He got videos with the Nubians Caucasus or not. He got the videos. He need to put them on private too. Get all that off your channel, bro. Yeah, yo, learn like everybody else had to learn, yo. Go through what everybody else had to go through, yo. Stop playing. You ain't an expert. We expect you to make these types of mistakes, yo. We expect you to grow. It's just the way you do it is wild. You do way too much, yo. You do so much. Come on, let me see. Hold on. Conversation right there. I just want to know that, right? Did he apologize to Ngozi? No. Oh, I ain't apologize. Okay. I gotta get him showing a chop when he's teaching because he get to teaching.
Tree. And
Pause.
Wow. I love the pause.
Yeah, yo, hey, Chief X, yo, I'm telling you, listen, you made me start watching your videos, yo. And this one right here, yo, hit that pause, yo. That's what got. I'm like, okay, I gotta watch it, yo. He too confident. I said, too confident. He showboating and he dancing high like you're high, hitting it. He showboating. Got his chest out there. That's like running for a touchdown, you stick that ball too early, and I come behind you because I done walked you down and I take that out your hand. Man, hit that cash app, man, early and often, man. Show some love, man. All right. Here we go.
such as the way we handle pottery, the Levantine archaeology of the time, such as the way we handle pottery, that's in Levantine archaeology of the time, such as the way we handle pottery. And
pause.
Oh.
Now, everything she's saying, later on in Ank's video yesterday, Ngozi totally co-signed, just straight off the head. And I don't even think he was even had her in mind.
Crazy. Okay, so that's a mischaracterization on the information we was bringing on last Sunday. Make sure y'all tune in this Sunday, yo. We're gonna keep up the knowledge, straight, real information. Me and Ngozi and Gullah on the community schedules. We'll be doing this every Sunday. Okay. Yeah, so make sure y'all check it out. Our whole conversation right there. I just want to know that, right? Did he apologize to Ngozi? No. Okay. And then with the pause. Okay, Gigi, I'm about to play this video. So we're gonna move on. I'm ready. We're gonna move on to the pottery now. And then we're gonna get to the apology video. All right. Now, all right, so we're gonna freeze right there. I just want y'all to see that. That's his stance. All right, his stance is this. Don't ever let him back away from that. I just want y'all to know what his stance is. That the Neolithic cultures in Egypt with the arrow from the Caucasus, invasion from Libya, right? Invasion from the Eastern Desert or Syria, and dynastic race conquest from Elam. That is his stance. All outside of Egypt. Matter of fact, go check out the rest of his videos. He's going to confirm this. He would have to have a lot of videos taken down. All right. See, for me, they gotta crawl and scratch and find me saying a word here and there, and maybe I'm saying maybe they gotta do all that for me. It should be easy to find me saying that the Nile Valley culture is Egyptian. And my fault are black people. How hard is that for them to find me saying that? And I should be consistent with that. because he's consistent with his points. Yeah, he's consistent with this. So I want to move to right here, and we about to get started. You got something to add there, Mr. Cedric? Because you know we cooking.
Yeah, I mean, we could sum it up like this. I mean, he fundamentally confusing terms, which are talking about two distinct types of pottery in prehistoric time. But of course, what I always like to analyze is the mindset. He is so determined to get Ankh that he engages with the information in the form of confirmation bias, a fundamental fallacy. It is impossible to me that you're going to rest all of your arguments on the theory of Flinders Petrie and claim to not know who he is and what he represents. That to me is the wildest statement ever.
Past wild. So watch what he do to me. All right. This is what he's gonna do to me. Okay. Of course, he's watching my video. It's fine. We use these other material. We don't have no problem with that. We don't got no problem. I don't got no problem in using the material. I don't. Here you go. All right. Let's hear it.
Norma is an. Before she answers, I've always taught you guys, Norma, the first
Hold on, it's a question. Let's get back. I'm not even going to talk about the Middle East. Okay, so I'm asking. So anybody, Sosa can tell you when he get back around, man, he gonna go live. He can talk about this show. The pseudo killers can talk about this. They choose to. But when we had these interviews, man, we have like pre-interview, right? Like a week before. Sometimes we meet with the expert, have conversations around the question we want to ask. We give them the questions, right? But me and Garfield, we did it a little more fluently. And but before we go on, we always do a segment prior to going on. We ask some questions and stuff like that. So in this particular one, I already know what our answer is going to be. Okay, so but he's framing it as if I was trying to say that the Egyptians came from Khartoum. Now, if y'all been really, really tight on y'all video watching, right? Y'all already know what my stance is. Y'all already know I got sources to show you that ain't what I was doing. Hold on, let me see. Let me cue them up. Okay, I got the cue. I got the cue. Let me put this right here. Oh man.
But even look at the body language and the way you ask the question. I mean, it is obvious what the intent is here. So if you even can't take the proper context in which this question was asked, now I'm really starting to wonder about your comprehension level. This is a couple of mistakes. Now, if it's mistakes that are indicative of your lack of comprehension, Chief X, you need to slow down.
Yeah, he gotta slow down, yo. Yeah, he just gotta slow down. He really, really gotta slow down, yo. Oh, damn. If I was him, I would slow down. Yeah, I would just slow down, yo. I mean, why not slow down? Okay. All right. Here we go. I'm gonna get you the question. In terms of which you ran across on ancient
Nubians and all they got together and they formed and they know Nubians and all they. I'm laying it out for you. Let's go. This is what is narrative.
I'd like to ask a very simplistic question. In terms of which you ran across on ancient Egypt, was it multiple polities on the Nile Valley that would later on form the Egyptian state, or was on the Nile Valley ancient Egypt? Was it multiple polities on the Nile Valley that would later on form the Egyptian state, or was it one polity in Egypt that would form the Egyptian state? I'm not even going to talk about the Middle East because I don't want to talk about that. Form the Egyptian state. I'm not even going to talk about the Middle East because I don't want to talk about that. I just want to talk to the state. I'm not even going to talk about the Middle East because I don't want to talk about that. I just
pause. He said that because he's prepping her and trying to lay down his narrative and then have her agree with his narrative.
So who gonna put their damn career on the line for me though, Cedric? What damn expert is gonna allow me to prep them up to say something that they think is wild and ruin their whole career?
So you're gonna go into the doctor and you're gonna pass him $500 and he's not gonna diagnose you with cancer.
I'm asking the daggone lady a question, man. You know what I'm saying?
And the way the question is formulated should already indicate the level of understanding that we have. What position do we argue from? When it comes to phenotype, when it comes to color, what position do we argue from? We argue from that particular position. These are different cultures all along the Nile, which eventually form the state. So that already should indicate what your actual position is. And the or means the other people think this. But this is conversation. This is the ability to articulate yourself in an academic setting. Something Chief Exo know nothing about.
All right, here we go. So he's setting it up, doing what he always do, confuse those who just want to be confused, because anybody who's really studying know that I'm asking a question. I want to know her viewpoint on it. And the questions I asked all the experts were dealing with all the wild information that we was getting. So we wanted to know what was their position so that we could see how close we was to it and how far away everybody else was. I already knew everybody was far off, but I just wanted to bring in the big guns to settle this whole thing, right? And then they said the famous thing, the experts agree with us. Remember that? Remember that whole shenanigans?
One day they agreed with us, the next day they better don't show their face on YouTube if they don't want to lose their career.
Right. All that crazy. Here you go. Crazy, bro.
So already he's eliminating West Asia, the
Near
East, the Middle East.
Yep.
He's eliminating these places from her psyche. This is his mind game he does. He's trying to eliminate these places and force her to say, yes, Ankh, they came from Sudan and all the way down in sub-Saharan Africa. This is what Ankh is hoping she says.
So I you saying that lady went to college, got a degree, and and in an interview with 3 sentences, I'm gonna get in a psyche. I must got power like I don't know what, go.
Man, the power of the Ankh, the God killer.
Oh wow. But this is what he said out of his mouth, though, yo.
But isn't exactly what he is doing is now poisoning the well?
Yeah. Exactly.
This is poisoning the well because now he's prepping the audience prior to them hearing the answer. So he's now mischaracterizing your character in an attempt to undermine the answer. These are the fallacies they engage in, and that's why they get me on board, because I see this nonsense. So go ahead. You're doing exactly what you're accusing Ankh of doing. You're doing it to the audience. And you accuse Ankh of doing it to a PhD. There's a measure of difference here.
Man, it's just amazing to me. I ain't think I was doing nothing to the lady, yo. All right, here we go.
Because this is a teaching Ankh has been pushing forever. Me and Ankh have argued this ad nauseam for a long time, so I know where he comes from. Chef Rain has argued this with Ankh for a long time, so we know where Ankh is coming from. This is his attempt to try to weaponize a Egyptologist teacher to say something that he's been spewing and he's been wrong about.
Shout out to Chef.
Yeah, man, they crazy. Listen, man, I ain't been teaching nothing. I ain't been teaching. Stop it. Y'all know my source, the Wikipedia article, the race controversy, and then I'm gonna show y'all some sources that I was using for my position right after he finished this craziness to show you that I couldn't have been saying what he was saying. First of all, that video that he took down, that's my stance with the different policies on the Nile. Okay, then I can talk about this work right here by Christopher Eric when he talks about the sacrificial kingship. All right. And that you find that in the work of Africa. Right here. We talk about the sacrificial kingship. And then if I was to go to oh man, the daggone, where that's at? Wow, to his other book right here, right? I think I want to pull that up, right? You'll see what I was talking about. You'll see. All right, let me finish this so we can get to that.
I'm laying it out for you. Let's go.
Or was it one polity? Was it multiple polities?
So when he says that, he's trying to say, was it a group of Egyptians and Nubians and all they got together and they formed and he's just trying to blend in the Nubians into the formation or black folk into the beginnings.
That's see, he doesn't even understand the argument. You see that, Cedric?
No. Wow.
I'm not saying that to blend in no damn Nubians.
No.
I don't gotta blend in the Nubians. It never was a time when the Nubians wasn't there. Think about that though. There never was a time when the Nubians wasn't in Egypt, because last time I checked, God daggone southern Egypt, the southernmost portion of it, is fucking Nubia.
Nubia. Yes, they overlap.
Damn. So I never was ever trying to have to do something that's already there. I don't gotta do that. And to show you that I'm straight up and down with it, I did a whole show criticizing the National Geographic magazine article talking about the Black Pharaohs. I was like, that's ridiculous. Y'all can just check it out on the channel. I said it's ridiculous to call them black or Negroes. Did a whole video around that. So I don't got to do that. And yes, the ancestors of the Libyans, Nubians, and Egyptians came out of the Green Sahara. Yes, they did.
Yep. Yes, they did.
And you know what's funny? I've never not showed you a map that wasn't in Egypt in the Sahara. I've never not showed you that map. The map always showed the Sahara within Egypt. The portion I was talking about. That's the sources I used. Let me get through this real quick, though. Come on, man.
Of jumping off Egypt. This is Ank's point. This is what he's always been trying to push. Let's go.
On the now, in terms of what you ran across on ancient Egypt, was it multiple polities on the Nile Valley that would later on form the Egyptian state, or was it one polity in Egypt that would form the Egyptian state? I'm not even going to talk about the Middle East because I don't even want to talk about that. I just want to talk about the African origins of Egypt.
Now, before she answers, I've always taught you guys, Narmer, the first ruler, Dynasty 1, comes from Thinis. Afrocentrics have always told you Narmer came from Nubia and tried to play that they come from the Black Lands. Narmer is an Egyptian. He's not a Nubian. He didn't come from nowhere in Nubia. Narmer came from Thinis, which is next door to Abydos. Listen to my wording. Narmer comes from Thinis, which is right next door or a little bit north of Abydos. And he united the two lands, Upper and Lower Egypt. They had nothing to do with uniting Nubians or black folk. They united Upper and Lower Egypt, period.
Let him just say anything.
And she's going to clarify that. Let's go.
I just want to talk about the African origins of Egypt.
Well, from what we found, it looks like there were kings from the south who at a certain point enter in.
Now, when they say kings from the south, they're just talking about south of Luxor or south of the Delta. They're not talking about down south in another country or another people. They're just saying south of the Mediterranean Sea or southern Egypt or central Egypt. Thinis really is central Egypt more so, in my opinion. Let's go.
Who at a certain point enter in a fight, in relationship and fights with the kings from the north. And so first there were two states, and then they were unified in one state. And so states, and then fights with the kings from the north. And so first there were two states, and then they were unified, kings from the north. And so first there were two states, and then they were unified.
That's meaning Upper and Lower Egypt. She's not speaking on Nubia. Ankh wants her to bring in Nubia. He's wrong. He's been wrong. Let's go.
In a fight, in relationship and fights with the kings from the north. And so first there were two states, and then they were unified in one state. And so I don't know if you know this famous object, the Narmer.
Yes.
Palette. So that's
Narmer's
used
palette.
to try to see this legendary king as the unifier. There are a lot of new excavations, though. They're trying to learn more about these early kings, because we have the list of the later authors of kings' names, but we are not even sure, that's really the complete list. And sometimes you can see in the news like, oh, maybe new king from Abydos, from the south.
What'd she say? Abydos.
Okay.
The news like, oh, maybe new king from Abydos, from the south. See in the news like, oh, maybe new king from Abydos, from the south.
Pause. I just told you before she started talking, Narmer came from Thinis, which is next door to Abydos. You can look at any map. Abydos, she said. What kind of clothing Ankh sells? Abydos. That has nothing to do with Nubia. But let's continue.
Okay.
Like, oh,
Well, why would I name my company? Why I ain't name my company out of Nubia? Why I say Abydos? Because I knew that was the place where the oldest writing was. That they claim was a little bit older than Mesopotamia, or at least contemporary with it, showing that they didn't need Mesopotamia to get writing. It's Abju, Abydos, but the indigenous name is Abju. It's also a place where they had one of the oldest industries of microliths. I'm saying? So before farming got big in the Nile Valley, the trade with microliths was big. Most people don't know that. That's the things you use to cut down grains and grasses. Use it for that. Right? Sold a lot of them. Gave them a surplus of money. Then they move on to the farm and all that. Then they became the breadbasket of the world. But in the early times, it was the microlith technology. And it was those trading seals. So, so for those who really study, we understand that the first literature wasn't based off of any religious text or magical text. It was based off of, the writing was actually based off of trade and commerce. Business is the foundation. Science is business, is the foundation of the modern world. It's the foundation of the ancient world, business. That's why the Roman Empire, they had to fight wars, right? And take goods and products, right? It kept the empire getting money. Okay? So let me finish hearing what he's saying.
Oh, maybe new king from Abydos, from the south.
Okay.
The name of a new king has been found, or this king about whom we knew nothing now. We found, so it's still on. I think it's a research still ongoing.
I'm going to research. Okay. So when you're saying the south,
Now that doesn't sit well with Ankh. She didn't co-sign the bullshit he's been teaching for years as Nubians forming Egyptian civilization. So he's going to ask her another question, like, baby, when you say south, she clearly said Abydos. That means south of the Mediterranean, or south of Cairo, or south of Luxor. She clearly said Abydos in Narmer in where he came from Thinis. But that doesn't sit well with Ankh because he wants you guys to think that the early Egyptians, the original Egyptians, came from the south. So watch his next question.
You think about whom we knew nothing now. We so it's still on. I think it's a research still ongoing.
I'm going to research. Okay. So when you say in the south, do you mean south in Khartoum or? I'm going to research. Okay. So when you say in the south, do you mean south in Khartoum or south in Egypt? What do you mean? So when you say in the south, do you mean south in Khartoum or south in Egypt? What do you mean?
See, Ankh couldn't let it go. He's trying to push her even further when she strictly told him Abydos. He's trying to push it 10 to 2,000 more miles south, all the way down deep in Sudan where Khartoum is, which is way past the 6th cataract. These are the mind games these niggas play with you.
So when you say in the south, do you mean south in Khartoum or south in Egypt? What do you mean?
Now, if she had co-signed him, Ankh would have went on a parade all over YouTube for a whole year, acting like this lady agreed with him and acting like this lady said they came from Nubia somewhere. But she didn't agree. She agreed.
Got a kinetic energy. I gotta entertain him. I just got to do it.
I think it's a research.
You know what's so funny? Pause that for a second.
Yeah.
You know what's so funny? We're addressing the falsehood. Shout out to Brother Reggie. Their misunderstanding, their misuse, their false arguments. We're addressing these things by bringing the experts on, asking these questions, right? Now we're being accused of having the position that we're actually fighting against. This is crazy. This is Twilight Zone stuff. This is not normal. This is an obsession. If the dude have 40 videos on his channel about Ankh, and you're going to strawman our position, we're in this fighting the blackology, trying to get the right and accurate information. We talk about the different phenotypes from north to south. We talk about you can't use the word black, it's anachronistic. We do all of this. And now, because we're framing an argument to get an expert on record, Chief X lacks the comprehension skills or the integrity to actually quantify what he's seeing accurately. This is just disingenuous. You're a fraud. Let me say it like it is. You use big words when you're describing the pseudo killers. I think at this point I can call you a fraud. And you've also displayed one of our major quotes: "A pseudo always dies at its own source." That's why that video is on private. Gotcha.
Okay, so we winding down, and we about to get into the teaching though. We want to just finish him mischaracterized. Why ask a lady trying to use the Jedi mind trick on a lady and do all that? Like, come on, bro. Like, I'm enjoying this discourse, lady. This was a great teacher right here. This lady was, right? And I got some things for y'all, man. I want y'all to put this in y'all pseudo killer community of skeptics library, man. I want y'all to, okay. You saying the south? Do you mean south in Khartoum or south in Egypt? What do you mean?
That's generally the sites that have been mostly excavated and explored are in the south of Egypt. So yeah, excavated and explored are in the south of Egypt. So yeah, Abydos are in the south of Egypt. So yeah, Abydos are in the south of Egypt. So yeah, Abydos.
So the south of Egypt, south of Cairo, south of the Mediterranean, south of Luxor, just south of that, but still in Egypt, where the central or southern Egypt. You guys get it? I need some motherfucking apologies.
Alrighty, cussing.
That aged poorly.
Yeah, that end poorly. That end poorly. So first of all, let's come to this work right here. That's what I want to do. I want to come to this work right here. Ancient Africa, Global History. All right. Global History to 300 CE. Christopher Eric's work. All right. So, you know, we got both values. Okay. Ask your mans to show a book, yo. Show your book you read. Look. All right. I ain't got to get into the sacrificial kings. Y'all can look it up on Google and type in sacrificial kings. When they talk about sacrificial kings, they talk about basically when you where on that now. When you start to look for the origins of kingships and stuff like that, right? Find the one where when the king dies, they murder his subjects with him, and that'll be the oldest area where the kingship actually started at, right? It's also detailed in this work too. The Dawn of Everything, The New History in Humanity. All right, David Gabir and David Wingrove. All right, you're gonna see David Wingrove. Whenever you study in Egypt and getting serious, right? You're gonna get Wingrove, right? There's also the archaeology of early Egypt. Social transformation in Northeast Africa, 10,000, 2600 BCE, David Wingrove, right? These are the works you must have if you're going to enter into a conversation, right? If you don't got those works on your Kindle, right? Make them show that he got these works, right? So I want to come right here, Cedric. Let me come right here to my Kindle, right? And I'm gonna show you. So he's trying to make it seem like I'm not leading the lady anywhere. I wanted to see where she was at. Well, I wanted to hear what she was saying. Right? I agree with what she was saying. I think I can add something to the table. Okay. So let me show you what I've been teaching. Okay. Right. So look, he makes a fatal mistake here. Right. All right. So this is what he doesn't understand. Okay. So we come to Christopher Eric's work. All right. And we'll go to my Kindle. Okay. So the work, y'all can see the work, man. This is Christopher Eric's work. Okay. And in this particular chapter, man, he's talking about the not so deep time story of Egypt's foundation, 6,000 3100 BCE. And he says, and then there is the not so deep time story. It say in the period of 6,000 3100 BCE, the span of lands extending across the region of modern day Sudan, Nubia, and Upper and Middle Egypt entered into a major era of cultural reformation. Let me come right here. Upper Egypt. Okay. You want to read it?
Where you want me to read it?
Do you want to read it? Let me see. Can I make it bigger? I might make
early origins. From early origins.
Yeah, I think you can see. Can you see that good?
Yeah.
All right. So hold on. We want to come. Hold on. All right. Now, okay. So this is an important concept right here. All right. Right. So right under the highlighted portion, right? Under here is an important concept for y'all to grasp. Okay. And if y'all can grasp this concept, you can grasp what the hell I've been trying to say. I've been trying to show you something here. But go ahead and read that. To relate to this history. Go ahead.
To relate this history, I need to introduce a particular concept. The concept of a cultural area. Anthropologists, cultural area. Anthropologists, as they built their discipline in the 19th century, encountered regions in which people of different historical origins had come to be involved of centuries in extensive cross-cultural encounters with each other. Because of their long histories of cultural interchange, the societies of such regions, despite their disparate early origins, often had come to share many features of culture with each other, and not just superficial features. They formed an interactive region of interactive region of cultural interchange and cultural commonality. Upper Egypt Okay.
Go ahead.
Upper Egypt and the
Upper Egypt.
eastern
Where's Upper Egypt? Upper Egypt. Go ahead.
Upper Egypt and the eastern Sudan belt constituted just such a zone of extensive cross-cultural influences from the 6th millennium BCE on into later millennia. In past publications, I've called this long south to north extending region the Middle Nile cultural area. The extent of this common cultural world is now becoming the general understanding among the archaeologists who have contributed so greatly over the past 4 decades to widening and deepening our knowledge of those regions and times. The noted Egyptians archaeologist Fekidi Hassan introduced this emerging perspective to a wider readership in the groundbreaking 1988 article in the Journal of World Prehistory.
So they was trying to figure out why, right? They was trying to figure out why these things so similar. Upper Egypt, right? Okay, and the Sudan belt, those areas in Khartoum. Why is they so? Why are they so? Like similar to Upper Egypt? Okay, so we just heard what he said. They trying to explain this damn concept, right? This is where Jabari messed it all up. But go ahead right here. Jabari messes this all up right here. So let's go to right here. Recently in the Journal of Antiquity, David Wingrove. Did I not tell you would have to understand what David Wingrove? Did I just say that?
Yes.
I said David Wingrove, right? Go ahead, David Wingrove. Go ahead.
In the journal Antiquity, David Wingrove and his co-author brings these findings up to date.
So now, hold on. So now you're bringing the findings up to date. Now let's see what they're saying now. Go ahead.
They show that what took place was the emergence from 600 to 5500 BCE onward across the whole expanse from a couple hundred kilometers south of the Abyei and White Nile confluence to as far north as the El Badari in Middle Egypt. Of a shared complex of cultural developments, what they have called the primary pastoral community.
Okay, go ahead. You go ahead, finish out. Go ahead.
The economy of this cultural era was not wholly pastoral. A variety of evidence, both linguistic and agricultural and archaeological, and from human dental remains reveal that collecting, cultivating, and harvesting of grain and other crops took place as well. Before we go any further,
stop right there. Let's just stop. No, go ahead. You want to read that? Go ahead. Let's see what they say. Go ahead.
Before we go any further, though, we need to understand the environmental setting of this history. Forget the idea that ancient Egypt as the gift of the Nile. This is a conception relevant only to period dating after the late 4th millennium. During the early Holocene wet phase, from the 10th millennium down to the 7th millennium BCE, the spread of vegetation and wildlife across the Sahara opened the lands away from the river to effective exploitation by wild grain collectors and hunters, while high flood levels along the Nile had already led early in the Holocene to the abandonment for the most part of the areas right along the Nile itself.
Okay, so he takes that damn video down talking about the Sahara and all the foolery, right? Because he doesn't understand this. Your man you're arguing with in the other server doesn't understand this, right?
Nope.
We understand this, though, because we read, bro. We understand that when the Green Sahara occurs, the goddamn Nile becomes overflooded because of the monsoon rains that allows the Sahara to be green, and this shit is too ferocious to live by.
And it pushes the people west into the Green Sahara and all up and down. Doesn't mean they were looking at the Atlantic Ocean, folks.
Y'all gotta get the rest of it. Y'all gotta get the Y'all just gotta get the books, man. Now, okay. So I asked her the question because I want to hear what she's talking about. I want to hear her game. So she talks about Egypt emerging where it does emerge, right? I've been trying to show you that although it emerged there, right, there's a cultural continuity, right? What am I talking about? Here we go. Can you see that? Go ahead, read that. The primary, go ahead.
The primary pastoral community in the Nile Valley, chronology, landscape, and the issue of cereal farming.
Mm-hmm. So this is a different. I'm backing up what the other texts talked about.
Yes.
I'm actually going to the person he mentioned, Wingrove. Go ahead, watch. See how we do it because we got to work. Go ahead.
Strong correspondences between trajectories of Neolithic cultural development in Middle Egypt and in the vicinity of modern Khartoum.
Oh, so see, hold on. Modern Khartoum, huh? Don't just make up stuff. I don't just want to try to say they black. I'm not saying nobody is black prior to colonialism. But I just make stuff up. You know what I do, though? I support what I talk about, though, and I bring sources, and I say exactly what the sources are saying. But keep going. So we had Khartoum. There's that word. Go ahead. Now, see, Jabari will mess that up. Jabari will say, yeah, Khartoum is the origin of Egypt. That's the game they play. I don't play that game because this author's not saying that. But go ahead.
Far to the south were first pointed out more than a decade ago, leading to the proposal that a common form of early pastoral community was established throughout the entire Nile Valley during the 5th millennium BCE, when Grove established in 2001 and 2003. What could not have been anticipated at that time, Contra Gato 2011, was the subsequent publication, resulting mostly from recent salvage excavations of a wealth of new data from cemeteries and habitation sites of this period located in the Middle Nile, between the 5th and 2nd cataracts.
Between the what?
The 5th and 2nd cataracts.
Okay, so hold on. So we backing up. We're backing up. We're not supporting a black Egypt with the statement. We're supporting Nile Valley culture and how Upper Egypt and the Khartoum area, right? They have a cultural interaction. Meaning they have like similar cultures.
Yes, you can see that also.
How that go. Okay, that's the point I'm making. Now y'all can holler out they was black, right? My point is that Sudan, last time I checked, is in North Africa. So we're talking about North African cultures. Did I just make that up?
No, you didn't. I mean, the wavy line pottery is Old Testament to this. It is found in the Sudan. It is found in Egypt. It is found in Libya. It is spread all over. I mean, that's this whole concept of this middle culture. And I'm sure the dates would line up with the wavy line pottery as well. Just saying, since I'm learning this stuff.
We keep going. It was at Gato. Well, it's not been anticipated.
Between the 5th and 2nd cataract, with notable concentrations along the Dongala Reach and in the Kerma region of northern Sudan. Sorry. Summaries of Wingrove 2006 and Salvatore and USA 2008. I read some of that work too. With further references, Garo 2011. Further information has also come to light near the 4th cataract and in Egypt's Western Desert. Egypt's Western Desert. Ooh, boy.
This new publication.
The new publication fills a crucial gap in the archaeological record of early Neolithic societies.
You can stop right there, yo. You can find right there. So we filling in the damn gaps. Now, who wrote this? Yeah. What's the name of this article? Y'all can get it. What's the name of the article?
On Egypt's place in Africa. David Wingrove, Michael D., Sarah Foster, Alice Stevenson, and Christopher Bronk Ramsey.
So it's a strong paper because you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got 6 experts on this paper. It's not just written by one person. I want y'all to understand the strength in the paper.
5 of them.
See, this is what we teach. This is what we do. Do y'all see that? See that red? That's Egypt and Sudan, right? That's in North Africa. That's in Northeast Africa. Now look at the picture. See, a picture's worth 1,000 words.
Mm-hmm.
All right, they're showing you now, right? So go ahead and read that right there.
Well,
the African origins.
The African origins of Egyptian civilization lie in an important cultural horizon. The primary pastoral community, which emerged in both the Egyptian and Sudanese parts of the Nile Valley in the 5th millennium BCE. A re-examination of the chronology assisted by new AMS determinations from Neolithic sites in Middle Egypt has charted and detailed development of these new kinds of societies. That resulting picture changes recent studies that emphasize climate change and environmental stress as drivers of cultural adaptation in Northeast Africa. It also emphasizes the crucial role of funerary practices and body decoration.
It also emphasizes the crucial role of funerary practices and body decoration. So I'm gonna let you know that in Upper Egypt, they had body decorations similar to those down in Khartoum. Can I prove this right now? Boy, we can do it. Yes, we can do it. First of all right, that's a chart. Nubia, Eastern Desert, Western Desert, Upper Egypt. Right? And they're showing you the time spans right here. Hold on. Okay, different sites, different archaeological sites. All right. That's 8,000, 7,000, 6,000, 5,000, 4,000, 2,000. All right. Right. And they're showing you the different sites and they show you how old they is. Right. But let's do the whole thing of a picture's worth 1,000 words here. Aha, cultural convergence, Neolithic Nile Valley. These are some of the grave goods right here. I want to show y'all some of the grave goods. Grave goods is important. Grave goods from El Dabari burial above the grave plate, the clay. So you can find some of these grave goods in both spaces I just mentioned, ladies and gentlemen. How could that be if they didn't have some type of cultural continuity? How could that be? The keeping and increasingly large domesticated herds would have augmented the potential for ceremonial feasting of these kind and for cementing a social bond that accompanied such occasions. So y'all know they was burning their cattle first and then they was burning the humans. And you know they had the cities of the dead before they had the cities of humans first. Their thing was based around death and dying. And so when I talk about the sacrificial kings, that when the great king died, then subject was buried with him because they looked at death a little bit different than you do. Okay, so this is a great article, man. Y'all go read it for yourself. Okay, it's important. All right. And well, I'm just thinking, we got the homework. We just gonna keep going. Copy this name down for this article and read the whole daggone thing. All right, we just touching them up. Here go a nice little Red Sea. All right, little Nubia. All right, the Fayum. Y'all see the Fayum? We're gonna talk about the Fayum tomorrow. Al Dabari. All right. Okay. So people will try to take this and say, "See, I told you they was black." Nope, they Northeast Africans.
Nope, Northeast Africans. Don't
Northeast African. You say what you want, you can make it and play the game. They was Northeast Africans. All right. So I'm showing you some cultural continuity, and I'm going to move to this right here. All right, this is an important one right here too. Very important. What is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? What that say? That say
Nubia.
Say Nubia. Where is Nubia located at?
Nubia is a region along the Nile River encompassing an area between the first cataract of the Nile south of Aswan in southern Egypt and the confluence of the Blue and White Niles in Khartoum in central Sudan.
All right, let's go to the history of it real quick. What do you think I'm gonna read here? What'd that say? I'm lining them all up. What'd that say?
Prehistory before
right.
6,000 to 3,500 BCE.
I want to take a little detour. Because y'all don't know what that is. Afar 23. I bet y'all don't. Do you know what that is? Have you heard of that before? Afar 23.
No.
That's an archaeological site. I want to take a detour. We learning, we teaching archaeology, and this is the site of Afar, were surveyed between 1998 and 2003. 2012 archaeologists from the Institute of Archaeology, Ethnology, Polish Academy of Science began excavations of the sites. Excavation data spans from 70,000 years of this region history in Sudan. 70,000 years of history of people being in that area, yo. What are we talking about here? See, when they always try to talk, yo, I can give you evidence of people being on now for 300,000 years. Northeast Africa.
So if we got this evidence, how are we talking about people coming in and establishing anything?
Right, they're gonna always run into populations coming in. We're gonna talk about that. They're gonna always run into people. Come on, yo. So let's go. What is Afar? Afar, archaeological site located alluvial deposits formed by the ancient channel of the Nile in Afar region of southern Dongola. You remember that word, Dongola? Remember that?
Yes.
In North Sudan, the Afar hosts a well-preserved remains of prehistoric camps, relics, and the oldest open-air hut in the world. A diverse hunting and gathering, 50,000 years old. I just want y'all to just get yourself familiar. I want you to know the people is here. Because you got some people teaching that they came to an empty space. I'm gonna deal with that on the Black Egypt Debunk video where he act like being indigenous means coming out of no coming. Come on, man. That's what indigenous means. To come. You know what? I'm gonna do it right now. Let me see if I can find that. I'm gonna do it right now. Let me see. Man, just stop playing with me, man. Yeah, just leave me alone, yo. You just leave me alone, yo.
Yeah, I need to dive in on that wavy line pottery. I think people don't understand, especially for my young nemesis, how flawed that argument is. So I need to put it out there so they understand.
On what? On the what? On the wavy? Oh,
the wavy line versus the wavy handle pottery. There's a little
wild out with that. Right there. All right, so we got people in this conversation that don't even understand what indigenous is, and and the reason I'm going through all is to show you that the people, you know what I'm saying, was always in these areas, yo. And so when nobody coming in, right, that they would need, like Peachtree said, to give them culture and give rise to pharaonic civilization. That's not it. This is a homegrown operation. Okay, so let's go back. Let me click back. I want to go back. I just wanted to take a sidebar, right? So prehistory camps. Now watch this. Southern Nubia, near modern day Khartoum. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. What'd that say?
By 5,000 BCE, the people who inhabited what is now called Nubia participated in the Neolithic Revolution.
Oh, what's the Neolithic Revolution? Neolithic Revolution, also known as the first agricultural revolution, was a wide-scale transition of modern human cultures during the Neolithic period into Afro-Asia. In Afro-Asia, from the lifestyles of hunting and gathering to one of agriculture, settlement, making an increasingly large population. Remember, they was able to do that down there by gathering grains and shit. But keep going, though.
Let me say that even the Neolithic Revolution is much more nuanced than they initially thought. It's over a much longer span, and it has a lot more indigenous aspects to it than they previously thought as well, because the domestication of homegrown grains was first practiced by the Africans prior to the introduction of the grains from the Levant. I mean, just if we want to do this stuff for real, if all you think I don't study and I need to echo anybody.
It's a good point. And those grains that came in from Western Asia, they was showcased in an African manner, meaning that although those grains came in, the way they did it was in traditional
Homegrown.
African manner, homegrown manner. I want y'all to know that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all
Homegrown
gotta
manner of farming.
understand that. Okay,
So
so
the
keep
ability,
going.
yes. So by 5000 BCE, the people who inhabited what is now called the Nubia participated in the Neolithic revolution. The Sahara became drier, and people began to domesticate sheep, goat, and cattle. Saharan rock reliefs depict scenes that
Hold
have
on, let's
been.
say sheep, goat, and cattle.
Mhm.
All right, now we know that the sheep and the goat, we know where the sheep and the goat come from, right?
From the Levant.
From the Levant, but them damn cattle don't.
They come from the south.
Yeah. They come, and it was widespread. It bled into North Africa too, just for the
Yes.
record. All right, and you won't ask me how I know because I got the actual books. You see, we got new light on Northeast African Pass. We gotta do the new light archaeological surveys, right?
Shout out to Gullah. Shout out to Gullah.
Pick up the Gullah. We over here, Gullah. Talk about your favorite subjects. We eat in a minute.
Depict scenes that have been thought to be suggest the presence of a cattle cult, typical of those seen throughout parts of Eastern Africa and the Nile Valley, even to this day. Nubian rock art depicts hunters using bows and arrows in the Neolithic period, which is a precursor to Nubian archer culture in later times.
Keep going.
Y'all understand what that just said, though, right? My homeboy, I know you're listening. You see what's going on there, right? Megaliths discovered in Naphtha Playa. Oh boy, Playa means beach, folks.
They ain't know that, yo. It was a summer camp. It was an area for refugium, and an area for festival, right? They would all come from different areas. And what areas you think they was coming from? They would bleed in from Upper Egypt. They would bleed in from the southern portion too. They would all come to divergence area. How do we know they divergent area? Because Childs, right? Y'all know who Childs is, right? They have a 2-volume set, right? And they the only ones that did the excavation and not the playa. I could pull that if I wanted to. I could pull it. Maybe I should pull it.
Megaliths discovered at Naphtha Playa are early example of what seemed to be one of the world's first astronomical devices, predating Stonehenge by almost 2,000 years. This complexity, as expressed by different levels of authority within the society, they are likely formed the basis for a structure of both the Neolithic societies of Naphtha Playa and the Old Kingdom of Egypt.
It said what though?
It formed
this complexity.
This complexity, as expressed by different levels of authority within the society there, likely formed the basis for the structures of both the Neolithic societies of Naphtha and the Old Kingdom of Egypt.
So we're talking about cultural elements and how structures are formed. I'm making that up?
No. And how it formed the both of them. So that cultural continuity is expressed by this key area having formed the basis for it. That's why it's relevant. Joseph Vogel wrote that the period when sub-Saharan Africa was most influential in Egypt. Oh man, let me say that again. The period when sub-Saharan Africa was most influential in Egypt was the time when neither Egypt, as we understand it culturally, let me say it again, neither Egypt, as we understand it culturally, nor the Sahara, as we understand it geographically, existed. Oh man.
So we ain't over here teaching no flim. We reading the sources. See? See, I already know that sub-Saharan Africa ain't even a scientific term, but they use it, and we can pull that. But I'm not over here making. You know how long I've been using this source, and I know exactly what the source is saying. See, you know, in Goes, he talks about like a layered cake.
Yep.
Right?
Easy,
so there's different layers. But keep reading it, though. Let's go. Watch this. Keep reading it. Watch this.
Populations and cultures now found south of the desert roam
south of the desert, sub-Saharan Africa did what? What they do, though? What they do?
Far to the north. They roam far to the north. You know why? Because the area was green and it allowed for that type of movement.
I'm gonna show you how they did it. I'm gonna show you how they did it. Good.
The culture of Upper Egypt, which became dynastic Egyptian civilizations, could fairly be called a Sudanese transplant.
I mean, so like, who y'all think y'all talking to? I'm just trying to figure this out. Why I gotta have people trying to bear mouth the organization? Why I gotta have people trying to ruin my name? And all I'm doing is reading. So I'm not adding nothing to that. I ain't running around here talking about that Egypt is a sub-Saharan African. I ain't running around saying that.
Nope.
Y'all just can't understand and comprehend what the hell we reading.
And you're not rooted in evolution. So you all don't understand that when the time frames, that geological changes force different mutations, different genetic populations develop over time. They become different, they become distinct. So when you see these terms, do not run away and say now that the pseudo killers have established that sub-Saharan Africans. Do not do that.
We ain't do that. Now keep reading though. Look,
the culture of Upper Egypt, which became dynastic Egyptian civilization, could fairly be called a Sudanese transplant. British Africanist Basil Davidson outlined that the ancient Egyptians belonged, that is, not to any specific Egyptian region or Near Eastern heritage, but to a wide community of people who lived between the Red Sea and the Atlantic Ocean, shared a common Saharan Sudanese culture, and drew their reinforcement from the same great source, even though, as time went by, they also absorbed a number of wanderers from the Near East. The biological anthropologist Shomaka Kiata and A.G. Boyce have stated that the studies of crania from southern pre-dynastic Egypt, from the formation period 4000 to 3100 BCE, show them usually to be more similar in the crania of ancient Nubians, Kushite Saharans, or modern groups from the Horn of Africa than those of dynastic northern Egyptians or ancestors of modern southern Europeans.
So we cracking y'all head right now. So don't try to act like I'm saying something I'm not saying. I'm saying what the sources is saying. We just reading the sources. Get to work right there and read the damn article. Samantha Kiata. The geographical origin and population relationship of early ancient Egyptians in Egypt and Africa. And that don't make them black.
Nope.
Whatever the hell that is in ancient times. We're talking about time periods prior to colonialisms. And I say this all the time, black people are African Americans. That's why I'm black and I'm proud. Those people didn't give a damn about the color of your skin. That's not what made you an Egyptian or a Nubian. It was the color of your skin. Or your DNA markers is not what made you a damn Egyptian. So once again, the ancestors of the Egyptians, the Nubians, and the Libyans come out of the Green Sahara. Does that mean all their ancestors? No, it does not.
Nope.
I'm going to show you the map that I've been showing you. I've been showing the same exact map, bro. I ain't stopped showing this map, yo. I have not stopped showing this map. Here we go again with the damn map. Do you see the map?
Yeah.
Can we see it? Are you sure? Are you sure you can see this map?
Yes, I can see the map. There's
Are you positive you can see this map? Yes. Is this map a map of what, yo? Can you see it? What that say? Yes. Let me make it bigger.
This is a map of Northeast Africa.
What's the two spots? Let me make it a little bit bigger. Oh, shoot. That might be too big. Let me see. I want to just drop it one, make it a little bit.
It says between the dotted line, it says Egypt and Sudan.
Oh, you sure? Or I'm making it
Yeah.
up. Maybe we making it
No,
up.
no. It has a dotted line between
Are
it.
you sure? Are you positive,
Yes.
bro?
On top, it says on top the dotted line, it starts with an E, it says Egypt. And beneath the dotted line, it says Sudan. And if you look,
Huh?
to the right,
So for the last 10 years or so, I've been showing a map, right, with the dots on it. Did everybody trying to crack jokes? And the Sahara, talking about the damn Sahara, and it was where, yo?
in Sudan underneath and Egypt on top. Then there's a
So why
line
would the
between,
newcomers? Blase, say I was talking about someplace other than this?
because he's clueless.
He's a hater. No, because he's a hater.
Yeah, they hating.
Hating. Gotta be hating, yo.
Nothing more.
Oh, he trying to do the Afrocentric dude. I ain't Afrocentric. I read sources. Bobby Banger.
It
What you
simply
talking
is
about?
what it is.
Yeah. A, B, C, and D. So it shows the fanning or the contraction of the population based off of. So in A, right, when conditions in the rivers and lakes dry up, right, they move to the Sahara. Now the Sahara, my fault, they move to the Nile. Now the Nile is not as ferocious during this time period. The Nile gets ferocious in B because of the monsoon rains and the extra moisture to the damn area. Do y'all get this? Okay. Then they fan back out. In my book, Gift Cabero, all these sites, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's there. This is where the population comes from. Okay. And then you go to the 7,000, 5,000 years. Look, the population is within Africa itself. You get the D, the Pharaonic period. Now you start to see sites up near the Sinai Peninsula and all that. But if you know the study of Sahara, we talk about all the time. Hell, you had a mixed population in the damn Sahara.
Yep.
Because of ice ages, people got isotope stage 4 and 2. And when I say iso stage 4 and 2, I'm talking about approximately 20 to 15,000 years ago. Ladies and gentlemen, learn the terminology and they will never be able to trick you. And so why would people from Western Europe or whatever the hell come in? Because they're in an ice grip. These hunter-gatherers, these foragers, they found they found animals that's looking for grains to eat.
Refuge.
So I ain't never running around here saying none of what y'all trying to act like I'm saying. Y'all tripping. I say, yo, give me my own argument, yo. This is where I'm at. But no. They won't allow that to happen. That's not no. So read this right. Read D. Let's read D. D is important. Let's read D. About that. What does D say?
Retreating monsoonal rains caused the onset of desertification of the Egyptian Sahara at approximately 5,300 BCE. Prehistoric populations were forced to the Nile Valley or ecological refuge and forced to exodus into the Sudanese Sahara, where rainfall and surface water were still sufficient. The return of the full desert conditions all over Egypt at about 3,500 BCE coincided with the initial stages of the Pharaonic civilization in the Nile Valley. Hint, hint.
Climate control occurrence is figure 3. Climate control occurrence in the Eastern Sahara during the main phase of the Holocene. Red dots indicate major occupation areas. White dots indicate isolated settlements, an ecological refuge, and episodic. Look at this. Y'all bet y'all know transhumanists. Do y'all know what that is? Ecological refuge and episodic transhuman. Let me show you this. Transhumanists. It's got something to do with cattle, ladies and gentlemen. Got something to do with cattle, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Learn the terminology. It will never be able to trick you. Go ahead, read that. Transhumanist. Go ahead.
Transhumanist is a type of pastoralism or nomadism. Nomadism, a seasonal movement of livestock between fixed summer and winter pastures. In montane regional vertical transhumanism, it implies movement between higher pastures in the summer and lower valleys in the winter. Herders have permanent home, typically in the valley. Generally, only herds travel with a certain number of people necessary to tend to them while the main population stay at the base. In contrast, horizontal transhumanists is more susceptible to being disrupted by climatic, economic, or political change. The first one is an example still practiced in Sweden and in the Alps. The cows go up in the mountain during the summer months, and they go with a couple of herders, and they spend the summer months up in the mountains, and in the winter they come down into the valley and they live on the farm. That is a practice still done today.
Man, yo, why they always trying to pick on me, yo? What's the joke here, yo? Why they hating, yo?
I'm trying to figure it out. I'm really trying to figure it out.
Here you go. Read B.
B. With an abrupt arrival of monsoonal rains at approximately 8,500 BCE, the hyper-arid desert was replaced by savanna-like environments and swiftly inhabited by prehistoric settlers. During the early Holocene humid optimum, the southern Sahara and the Nile Valley apparently were too moist and hazardous for appreciable human occupation.
Then you say that the other day, and I'm supporting it right here, yo. It's too wild, yo. And you talk, man, come on, yo. Was you was reading C?
Yep.
Was you sure you was reading C?
C, after 7,000 BCE.
You was reading B. Let's look at B. Do you see B?
Yep.
Yeah. Why they ain't living on the Nile? Because it's what, yo?
Too wild. It's too wild. It's too moist. They're sinking in the dirt. Too much water.
Flooding.
Yeah.
They flood out your whole shit.
Yeah.
But who am I supposed to tell us to?
Example, in the Dominican Republic today, a couple of years ago, flash flooding and all the houses on the riverbank were all washed away. Literally, in no time, these people lost everything. Why? Because they built their homes too close to the river. So anytime the river exceeded its banks, it took those houses with them in a ravage. So now this didn't happen for at least 40 or 50 years, the lady said, and that's why people ended up building their houses along the river again, right? Because collective memory was gone. But this had happened in the past, because this is what happened when you're along a wilder river. So based on those ecological conditions, you would move away from the river. And of course, if what is now desert is then green with lakes and a multitude of animals, that is where you're going to move to.
My man right here. All right, let's see what you got there, man. He been a member for 4 months, man. Man, go ahead and join the channel, man. Stop playing, man. I think that understanding that we West Central Africans developed to look the way we do, having dark skin, if I probably say is irrelevant, Africa is diverse. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Now, why should try to say, yo, he trying to make that stuff, he's making up that? No, I'm not. Read this, though. Here we go. Appreciate that, Kyle, man. Big up to you, man. Nah, I don't agree with that. Nope, I don't agree with this statement at all. Up Egyptians were dark skinned. No, I don't agree with that. That's a false, wild statement. It's a wild statement. It's wild. It's wild. Go ahead, yo, read this. I want to read. Look. The discovery. So these the pots, the vessels. I'll let you get in. You want to explain? right? But you know, the indicator is this indicate that the Egyptians were familiar with Mesopotamian types of pottery. They talking about, you know,
Now,
Chief Ed's talking about the pottery.
let me do my little work on that, because I really need to hit a home run with that one. Them brothers are wild. Just wild for bringing it up. Huh?
I know. Read the part though, and then we get, because
Where is
this
it?
it's the reason
Where
they
you
bring
want
it
me to
up
read?
though.
Where you want
Right,
me to read?
start right
Oh,
there.
this indicates that the Egyptians were familiar with Mesopotamian types of pottery. The discovery of these vessels initially encouraged the development of the dynastic race theory.
Yeah.
They come from the Mediterranean.
Keep going.
They're Mediterranean niggas. Coal River, bro, B15 concrete. According
I
to
don't know
which
why you mention that man name, yo. Don't mention
according
that
to according to which Mesopotamians would have established the first pharaonic line, but is now considered by many scholars to be simply indicative of cultural influence
man.
and borrowing circa 3500 BCE, although there is an established gene flow from Mesopotamia and West Asia into Egypt. You see that, although, so there's no denying it, but what you're implying is absolutely false. You see that, although we can read, can actually read.
That's my point there. Get mad at me because I got archaeological surveys all over the daggone place of North Africa, books on cattle. Let me drop the link there. Did you want to add something else? But they get mad at me.
See,
Why would they get mad at me?
I want to do this. I specifically want to do this because this is how infantile these mistakes are. And talk about me echoing. No, I simply read and I understand what I'm reading and I put things in proper perspective. The term wavy line pottery and wavy handle pottery refer to specific types of ceramic styles that are associated with distinct cultural and chronological contexts, particularly in prehistoric Europe and North Africa. Here's a breakdown of these two pottery styles, including their characteristics, origin, and associated dates. Wavy line pottery characteristic. Wavy line pottery is distinguished by its decorative patterns consisting of incised or painted wavy lines on the surface of the vessels. These lines are often parallel and can vary in thickness and regularity. The pottery itself is usually simple in form with rounded bodies and open mouths. Those shapes can vary depending on the specific culture. So based on the culture, it may vary. Wavy line pottery is most often famously associated with the Neolithic culture in the Sahara and parts of North Africa, particularly in what is now known Libya, Egypt, and the Sudan. Wavy line, I'm gonna do the chief X. Wavy line pottery. Wavy line pottery is most famously associated with the Neolithic culture. With which culture? The Neolithic culture in the Sahara, for my young friend, and parts of North Africa, in particularly in what is now Libya, Egypt, Egypt, and the Sudan. Now, dates in North Africa, wavy line pottery dates back to the 5th millennium BCE, around 4500 BCE to 3500 BCE. We just know that those between 6000 and 3500 BCE as a major cultural exchange between all these groups. You see, everything comes back to being true. This is how you do actual work, right? Significance of pottery style is often linked to early sedentary agricultural communities with decorative wavy lines and believed to have symbolic meaning, possibly related to water, fertility, or other important elements of Neolithic life. You see the time frame, right? We are now wavy handle pottery. Wavy handle pottery is characterized by handles that have a distinctive wavy or zigzag pattern, often resembling the shape of a sinus wave. The vessel itself may be more complex in shape, including various types of bowls, jars, and asphora. The wavy handles are typically attached to the upper part of the vessel. Origins and cultural context. This type of pottery is primarily associated with Bronze Age cultures of Europe, particularly in the Aegean region, including the Minoan civilization on Crete and the Mycenaean in Greece. Wavy handle pottery is also found in parts of the Balkan and Central Europe during the Middle to Late Bronze Ages. Dates. Wavy handle pottery is generally dated to the second millennium BCE, specifically between 1700 BCE and 1200 BCE in the Aegean. It is associated with palatial periods of the Minoan and Mycenaean civilization. The wavy handle design, Now, the chronology. A wavy line pottery is generally older, originating in the Neolithic period around the 5th millennium BCE, while the wavy handle pottery is associated with the later Bronze Age around the 2nd millennium BCE. I'm going to just stop right there. If you're making these simple infantile mistakes, then you do not need to mention the pseudo killers. You do not need to mention Ankh, and you do not need to mention mining. Because I would not present myself on these YouTube streets not knowing who and how my information is sourced.
So, read the screen.
How do we determine who an indigenous African and not an indigenous African?
Boy.
Terms of indigenous versus non-indigenous. These terms are all used pre-colonization, first of all. And you need to understand that when we're talking about back migrating and these type of things, we're talking about genes. When I flow back into a civilization, we're not talking about the individuals that came over the border. We're talking about the offspring. The offspring that are usually a product, an admixture between those people that they found there and those that came in. The offspring that are born, where do they originate from? And they are new. They are new admixture. And this is the place where this new admixture is originally from. There's no place else that this new admixture has ever been, other than where it originates from. That is indigenous. They remain indigenous.
Okay, so what I want to do is before we read the screen, hold on, before we read the screen, we want to do this. Okay, we want to show, this a touch them up of the Black Egypt debunked, right? We touching them up. Now we touching them up. Okay, what is meant by indigenous? Hold on. Now we're gonna touch them up. We're in the age of, y'all know we in the age of ChatGPT, right? So y'all can kind of catch up to me a little bit now. Right? Back in the day, I had to make sure I had the books with the sources I read. So if I read the Wikipedia article, I would get the sources around the Wikipedia article, right? So this is a grenade on the Black Egypt debunked. Right? All right. He said, look at this video. I'm looking at it. You ran your mouth so much. You went over the 30 video count with my name. That's fine. I ain't mad at the commercials you're giving me. You mischaracterizing everything. That's fine. But you said, ain't nobody want nobody looking at it. Okay, I'm looking at it now, bro. And I got you. I'm only the first 45 minutes in. And you already out the game. So let me show you fundamental mistake made here. And you just talked about that. So this is the Black joint debunked, right? All right. It is. It's debunked already. There you go. Man, make sure you hit that Cash App. Stop playing, man. Y'all got to show some love. Hit the daggone Cash App, man. Hit the Cash App, man. I ain't got no love, man. Show some love, man, for our time here on this show right here. Packed with information, man. We packed with information. Show some love. Show some love. So we come right here. Okay.
Navigate and get around, then they just flooded and filtered. So when you're indigenous means you traveled or migrated to a land that was basically barren there, and you set up camp to never leave, and your culture is born there. So Native America is indigenous to this Western hemisphere, all of it, because they set up camp there first, and their culture was born there. It's a difference when you guys talking about, I seen this such and such on this rock art. It's a difference between a person migrating and traveling through a land and may have been the first. I'm not on this who was first person who touched the land. I'm not on that shit. Y'all be on that dumb shit. I'm talking about who set up camp and stayed and their culture was born. That's North Africans here. Sub-Saharan Africans never did that, ever here. Like Morocco at a time was a mountainous, rocky area. Nobody wanted to live there, but people did pass through in and out of here. Okay? So North Africans, and we're going to get to their DNA, how they look and all that, are indigenous to North Africa. We are not, as tropical Africans. We're not indigenous to that area. So I'm not talking about somebody who passed through there and took a shit, you know what I mean, and drew some. You know, I'm talking about people who set up camp and their culture was born, and that's North Africans. Over here in the Western Hemisphere, that was the Native Americans. And you know this because when you go to this Amazon in Brazil,
You muted, Mike. You muted on.
Am I tripping when he said indigenous culture mean you go into an empty area and you do your culture, right? Didn't he say that?
Yeah. They all make fundamental mistakes.
They all do it, bro.
Baby mistakes. Shouldn't be making these mistakes.
They all do it. I don't know why they do it. Like, why do it?
We just read the article, 70,000 years.
Why do it? Man, I know I just put that in there. Come on now. I know I just sent that. Let me see. Add you. Why ain't it there? Come on now. And then we're going to read what it is. Link. Come on, man. Man,
stay true to what we started.
Man. The hell was that? What was that, yo?
That was me.
Oh. Man. Oh, it's a different one? Okay, add you. Let it get there. Sent here. See if we can get that. My computer's acting weird, man.
only invaded Egypt. They didn't change the population that was millions there already. They didn't. Egyptians never ever disappeared. For you to think otherwise means you are brainwashed by Afrocentrics. The modern day Egyptians you see there right now today, July the fucking 8th, whatever the date it is, 2021, is the Egyptians that was there in ancient times.
Hold on.
Did he just mention our names?
Yeah. But he's on a TikTok page, yo, of North Africans, yo. He's a superstar over there, yo.
And but
superstar, yo. I wanted to show y'all he's a superstar, yo.
I understand evolution, bro. I would never say some dumb stuff like that. I mean, I'm listening to them. Wow.
Yeah, we don't say that stuff, yo. And he put it with us though, yo. That's what make it so wild, bro. That he matched that up with us, yo. He put us in a he matches up with that, and that's horrible, yo.
They didn't change.
Yeah, I just think that's so horrible.
Millions there.
Yeah,
we teach this. One of my arguments is you wouldn't know the difference between a Chinese and a Taiwanese because they are similar in phenotype. So if the Chinese took over Taiwan, you cannot say that the culture was disrupted. This is one of the arguments I use. So why would you ever say that I would say something that stupid? Just to win an argument.
Yeah, he's a superstar over there, yo. On TikTok, yo, he's a superstar for the North Africans, yo. Yeah, and they got a lot of hateful stuff to say in the thing, bro. They got a lot of hateful stuff, bro. They got a lot of hateful stuff, bro. I mean, hateful, yo. I wouldn't care if we got it wrong, yo. There ain't no need to be just wild out racist, yo. Like, you don't gotta be that. Just teach the people. Go get the experts and sit and have the conversation, yo.
I'm not surprised of the level of
horrible, yo. It's disrespectful, yo.
I'm not surprised at the level of racism.
It's just disrespectful, yo. What was I saying I was going to show though? It was something I wanted to show, yo. Oh man, what did I want to show? Cedric. Oh, I know what it is. All right. So you heard him talk about what indigenous was, right?
Yeah.
So let's look. Did back migrations into Northeast Africa end up in an empty spaces with no other humans? Go ahead, read that.
No, the back migration into Northeast Africa did not occur in a completely empty space without other humans. When ancient populations migrate back into Africa from Eurasia, particularly into regions such as Northeast Africa, they encountered indigenous population that had already been living in those areas for tens of thousands of years. Dummy. The concept of back migration refers to the movement of population from Eurasia back into Africa during various periods in prehistory. Genetic evidence suggests that these migrations likely took place after early modern humans initially left Africa and spread into Eurasia. These returning populations would have met and interbred with local African population, contributing to the complex genetic landscape seen in modern populations of Northeast Africa. For example, genetic studies have shown that contemporary populations in regions like Ethiopia and the Horn of Africa have mixture of African and Eurasian ancestry, indicating that these migrations were not into empty regions, but rather into places already inhabited by other human populations. I can almost hear ChatGPT saying, duh.
Yeah, and then back migration of races in Northeast Africa did not occur in an empty, uninhabited. And then they give you the sources if you want. They give you the times. For instance, the Horn of Africa saw multiple waves of non-African migration. Genetic studies reveal mixture events dating as far back as 20 to 30,000 years ago, like we've been saying, as well as more recent migration 3,000 years ago. These interactions are evident in the mitochondria and Y chromosome data from present-day populations in the region, which show contributions from Eurasian population, particularly from the Levant and Arabian Peninsula. You got Wikipedia, Eurasian backflow. Y'all should read Eurasian backflow. How about Plage, Eurasian back migration into North Africa? Anyway, let me take the first caller. What's going on, bro? Kwame Mayat Raw. What's up?
Hey, peace, Ung, and peace on Cedric.
How you doing, brother? We just cooking with hot grease. You know what it is.
Hey, I wanted to ask a question.
What's up?
What is the Arab population of the Arab Republic of Egypt versus the indigenous population?
Well, for the Arab is when you talk about, you talking from Arabia, people from Arabia, or you talking about because they practice Arab culture, they speak Arabic and they practice Islam.
Well, I know that outside outside of Arabia, I know that Egypt has the largest Arab population outside the Arab Peninsula. So I wanted to know, like, what is the Arab population in Egypt versus the indigenous population in Egypt?
Let me explain. First of all, Ngozi explained it, and I sourced it a couple of times. There are different ways to be Arab. You can be of the actual peninsula, or you can be practicing the culture. For example, there are Sudanese, right, in North and South Sudan that are call themselves Arabs, although they are Sudanese. Why? They practice the Arabian culture. So when we talk about the Egyptians, the Arab Egyptians, they are Arab because of their practice or of the culture and speaking the language, but they are indigenous Egyptians. Yes, there is a higher level of admixture in that population versus the Coptic population, but
did the Arabs invade Egypt?
Yeah.
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 So would the invasion affect the population? Like, I'm talking about migration or genocide that would affect the population?
Not to the point where it would completely change it, not at all. Because they not no.
First of all,
definitely change it though, but populations aren't fluid anyway.
The reason why I asked if they invaded Egypt, then you can't just say they adopted the Arab culture. Then it has to be some type of population demographic that the Arabs affected if they invaded Egypt and conquered the region.
Yeah, they left their culture, but they didn't. Man, you going into a fully populated area, yo.
When an army goes over, they take over the government, they take over the structures, right? The leading and the ruling class. They have their population assimilate within the society, but they don't disrupt the grain, the growing of grain.
So you're saying when there's an invasion, especially in antiquity, are you saying that these are peaceful invasion? Like there's no forced migration or genocide that occurs in these invasions?
There is, it's an invasion, there's war. These people usually go to the capital of the country. They go and they take over the ruling class. They usually kill the leadership. They attack the army. So it's a war. But the civilization, the population itself, right? They do not usually uproot them in these type of wars. It's usually in the capital city. People are going to run to the outskirts when the population doesn't inherently uproot itself.
So are you saying that the majority of Egypt just identify with the term Arab, but they're not genetically Arabs?
No, I said the Copts that isolated themselves and did not assimilate into the Arab culture after the invasion are the people that are most closest to the ancient population because of their lack of assimilation. However, the Arabized Egyptian, they have a higher level of admixture with the Arab population. However, they still are indigenous Egyptian. Those people are not.
We know the Coptics currently are the minority in Egypt. So that's why I'm asking. So are the larger population that identify as Arab, they're not culturally Arab?
They are culturally Arab because they practice
genetically Arabs.
They are genetically Egyptian with a higher degree of Arab component versus in comparison to the Coptic group that rejected the Muslim or the Arabization. So there is less admixture.
So how do you differentiate the ones that assimilated to the Arabs or genetically or fused with the Arab?
It's hard.
They identify themselves as Egyptian that practice Arab culture. That's how you identify them.
And then they fight. Look, and then they fight.
The reason why I'm asking because if the population in Egypt are indigenous and we know that the majority of the population are Arabs.
No. Let me read this to you. I'm gonna read this to you. Hold on. Can you hear me 1 sec? Let me read this to you because this is a complex question. Let me read this to you, bro. We don't gotta fight this. It say, what is the indigenous population of Egypt and how much of this is Arab peoples? It say the indigenous population of Egypt is primarily composed of groups such as the Copts, descendants of ancient Egyptians, Nubians, Bedouin, and Amazigh Berbers. In Su'a Oasis, it say the large indigenous groups in Egypt are Copts who practice Coptic Christianity and have deep historical roots in the region. Nubians who have lived in southern Egypt and northern Sudan for thousands of years are also significant indigenous groups. Additionally, some Bedouin tribes who have inhabited parts of the Suez Peninsula and Western Desert are considered indigenous in the region. The Arab population in Egypt primarily traced their ancestors back to the Arab invasion in the 7th century. Over time, intermixing between indigenous Egyptian population and the Arabs occurred, leading to a development of modern-day Egyptians. It's a majority of Egyptians today identify as Arabs, though their genetic heritage is mixed of ancient Egyptian, Arab, and other influences from migrations and invasions over centuries. It's saying in terms of the numbers, Egyptian population over 100 million. And while the majority self-identify as Arab due to cultural, linguistic reasons, speaking Arabic and practicing Islam, the true percentage of those who are ethnically Arab is a complex question. It say many Egyptians have varying degrees of indigenous Egyptian ancestry mixed with Arab lineage is difficult to pin down, and precise figures for the purely Arab segment of the population becomes historical blending. It say, in summary, while most modern Egyptians identify as Arabs due to language and culture, the population of ancestry is diverse, with significant portions having indigenous roots in Egypt. So, my man, that is the answer, and we got sources to back that up. And that's not a problem. But that's called populations, though, because we can look at Native Americans today. Let me finish my point. They're still Native Americans, but if you was to take their DNA signature, right, they would have heavy influence and mix. But that still would not stop them from being the indigenous Native Americans. There you go.
Didn't go nowhere.
There you go. They ain't went no damn where.
So it's kind of ambiguous, basically.
No, it's kind of that's how populations are from eons. You've always had, and this how we know this because quote unquote Homo sapiens have never been away from each other long enough. Yeah, long enough to change, to evolve to a different species. It has not happened. So there's not a population that's not unmixed. That's the point. And so there's a wild argument we bring to the table with that. Find me a population that ain't got no mix in it, yo. And I'll show you some non-humans. Yeah, that's it. What's up, Aslan?
Yo, peace all.
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. How you guys doing tonight?
Hey, we're enjoying the show, man, doing our thing. Staying on top of our A game. What's good?
Hey, you're doing a great job.
Thank you, brother.
I'm enjoying the show while camping, so I don't want to speak too loud.
Oh, you camping? Oh, you gonna wake everybody up on the campsite?
European style.
You gotta enjoy it, you know what I mean? Do some fire and relax.
That's right. That's right.
I'm only coming in to say Arabized doesn't mean Arab.
Thank you.
The culture got changed, the language got changed, so they're Arabized. So they identify with the Arab League today, and they're a part of that group because they're Arabized. You're being confused when you say they're Arabs now.
He just read. He just read. He just read that Egypt was invaded by Arabs. He just read that.
Okay, okay. What I said that is this: America invades a lot of countries today. They don't change the population; they steal the resources. Back in the day, they changed the cultures. It's understanding the nuances that matter. And we were chatting, we were having a conversation in chat before, and you're like, "Well, why isn't Somalia and something about the Arab League?" Well, Somalia is a part of the Arab League, but also a part of the African Union.
No,
Yeah.
I said, why isn't Somalia referred to as the Arab Republic of Somalia,
Okay.
like how Egypt is referred to as the Arab Republic of
Okay.
Egypt?
Let me answer you. We kept our language and culture. Our religion changed, but it wasn't by force. So at the end of the day, we're not the same as Egypt. You have to understand the nuances, bro.
Well, the reason why I was saying that was because we know that the Egyptian culture isn't a Semitic or Asiatic culture. So, and we know that the Arabs are Semitic, that have a Semitic culture, and they're coming from West Asia. So the culture will be different.
That's why I
My
said
brother,
Arabized.
my brother, we speak English and we're Africa. That argument isn't applicable. That linguistic argument is a flawed one. We, if you look at us genetically, then we wouldn't be speaking English. Or if you look at us speaking English, means our DNA needs to be European. Then these linguistic arguments don't hold up. This is now how culture works. Culture doesn't care about your genetics or the language you used to speak. This is assimilation. And the good brother is echoing what we said. Arabization is the adoption of a language and a religion. We are Americanized, right? Because
Is
we speak
Arab
the
is
English.
Arab is also a race?
No,
Colloquially speaking.
no, not no,
So Jewish is not a race either.
no,
No.
no such thing.
So what meet the criteria for racing?
Racism, white supremacy made it up. Pseudoscience. No race.
Okay, a nation.
Okay, that's different. So Egypt is a nation. America is a nation.
What when the language considered be a part of
Yep. A language. No, a language would be part of culture. Because although we speak English, we not English.
you right about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're not English. Yeah. So I mean, it's
But
so all right.
we don't
Let me
identify as British in America or
no.
any parts of or we don't identify European or as I should say or white just because
No.
we've been colonized.
So let me ask you this then, so I can help you.
So the
So
people
what's your stance? Ultimately, what are you trying to say about the conversation
um
about the Egyptians? What are you actually trying to say? That way I can really get
I'm
like
saying that
what
it's
you saying?
very ambiguous because if the people
No,
if
no, no.
the
What are you saying? No, who are you saying the Egyptians are? What are you trying to say?
I
That way I
would
can
say
know
the
your train of
people
thought.
the indigenous people in Aswan and
Mm-hmm.
Luxor and those regions will more than likely be the indigenous population versus the people that's in Cairo and Alexandria and in the Delta region.
So where did everybody go at?
Well, it could. Well, we know that Egypt been through a
I
couple.
know what I know. I said where they go at.
Where did they go?
Mm-hmm. Where they
Well,
go?
it could be forced migration or genocide
So
that
where's the
forced the
we so
population
hold
further
on.
south.
So there should be a record of that then, correct? That's definitely gonna be a record of forced genocides and forced migrations. We should be able to track the migrations, right? Just like we do today. We track migrations. You can track migrations. If they know about the hold on, they know about back migrations. Hear the word back migrations 30,000 years ago. When they know about a migration in the 7th century, they know about the largest forced migration on Earth in the 1400s to the Americas. So where did the people go? Or did they just get absorbed into this invading population? There's actually a we can see this today that a lot of Native American population got absorbed by people coming in. But did that happen in Egypt, though? I would say that it didn't. They actually absorbed the population, that invading population, into them.
So there wasn't no genocide or forced migration with the Native Americans?
Yeah, it was everything with that. Absolutely, they did. Yeah, yes. No, the real genocide was the germs. That's what really got them. The wars didn't do it, right? It was them damn germs. The sick wiped out a lot of the major part of the damn population, and then you get this. You know what I mean? The people got the sick. Well, the sickness wiped them out, and starving and wars. Yeah, but they ain't went nowhere. You can still find natives today. You just look at their gene pool, right? And they got incursions from different elements, from African Americans is an incursion, and Europeans, the Dutch and all that is an incursion into the Native American population.
Well, we have accounts from the Persians, we have accounts from the Greeks, we have several accounts from the Arabs of how they invaded Egypt.
But you didn't. So you saying the Egyptians is what though? Did you answer that?
I'm saying that the ancient Egyptian was African.
Okay, we all agree. Have I said anything different the whole show?
No, I just came on because they told me to get on the panel and ask because I was asking a question about the Arab Arab population.
All right. Now I don't classify them as black because that's a racialized term. And now we're on a wild goose chase. Now everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like anybody with brown, like, come on, man. I ain't going on that wild goose chase. I ain't saying you said it though. Now, Florida Baby 97, I don't know what the hell you talking about. You all over the place there, bro.
Could black be synonymous with African?
It's not. Now, black is synonymous with Black American is synonymous with African American. Black is synonymous with African American, but black ain't synonymous with African.
Nope. So you disagreeing with the actual definition when it defined black as a person of African descent or?
Okay, then that's everybody then. Everybody got African descent then. Shit, whether it be 30,000 years ago to 200,000, what?
No, but it's the actual definition is specifically a dark skinned person from with African ancestry or from the continent of Africa.
Huh?
They also say that that term is still ambiguous and doesn't actually define anyone.
Can I ask something?
Yes, you can.
Who were the first people in Africa who were called Africans?
I know.
That answers the question.
That's a dagger. That's a dagger, Isani.
Thank you, but that should answer the question. Africa is diverse. It's a continent, not a country.
It definitely flip-flopped. It was definitely Berber tribes that they called Africans. Fleet,
exactly.
Roman province. So right here it says, in essence, Africa is not synonymous with black. But black identity is a significant part of the African global narrative. The complexities of race, ethnicity, and history in Africa make it a richly diverse continent that cannot be fully captured by a single racial descriptor. There you go. So no, it's not. Black is not synonymous with Africa. We say it on the show all the time. We get cussed out for it. Not saying you did though, but you know.
Kwame, do you understand that being Arabized doesn't mean you lose your indigenous status? That there are Sudanese Africans that because they practice the Arab culture and speak the language and practice the religion, they consider themselves Arabs?
Yeah, yeah. There's plenty of countries that's Arabized, but specifically Egypt in North Africa is the only country that goes under the moniker the Arab Republic of Egypt. And if you Google right now, the largest Arab population outside of the Arab Peninsula would say Egypt.
Okay, how did they become the Arab Republic of Egypt? What was the process, the political process?
Egyptians hate that though, yo. The Egyptians, they don't like you, serious, yo. They were on this national campaign. You can read it, yo. They say they Egyptians, yo.
Yeah, that is to conquest. So that was
Yeah, they fighting
imposed
that.
on them.
They fighting that, yo. You can read the
That's
Wikipedia. They
imposed
definitely
on the
fighting that,
country.
yo.
That's my whole point. It's
Yeah, they don't like
imposed
that.
on them. Regardless of me practicing the culture, doesn't mean I'm an Arab state.
I mean, I mean, I mean that could be a isolated incident because
Hey, brother,
because the state itself agree with the term the Arab Republic of Egypt. They are part of the
I don't
Arab
know,
Republic.
man. I'm not sure, bro.
that's
If you
doing the
look at
How you doing, Gullah? How you doing,
if you look
Gullah?
at
Hey,
Sudan is
Gullah, how you
also
doing, brother?
What's good with it, y'all? What's
You
good with
just
it, y'all?
you just dove in
Please,
talking
Gullah.
and shit. You just dove in talking. You ain't even say what's good. You dove in talking and shit.
What it do, Gullah?
Crazy.
What's good,
Shout out
y'all?
to you, bro.
No, I was gonna say that's during the Nasir period when they became Arab state. Before then, you know what I'm saying, you had even in Egypt, you had it called pharaohism. You know what I'm saying, when Egyptians were recognizing they Egyptian roots and all that stuff. And the people of Cairo, them the same type of Egyptians as the ones in Luxor too. They just got different gene flow.
what time period was that?
This is what like knowing what the night what the what's let's look at, can you look it up for me? What's like the
What?
1960s, 50s?
For what?
When Nasir, you know what I'm saying, made Egypt the Arabic state.
Oh, that's probably
1950.
It was like 1950s, yeah.
so
The Arab League.
Arab
But
League.
them same northern Egyptians is the same Egyptians as the ones that's in the south too. They just got a little bit more gene flow. You know what I'm saying? Back migrated gene flow, but that substratum, they still got that same, you know what I'm saying, Coptic component, you know what I'm saying,
Are
substratum.
you saying the people in Alexandria phenotypically the same
It don't
look
got
like
nothing
the
to do with no
same?
phenotype. Phenotype don't got nothing to do with anything. But you can still find people there that still have some of the same looks. It's all mixed in. You know what I'm saying? They still got the same substratum as the same people. You know what I'm saying? That's come from them same Afroasiatic speakers. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Come
you're gonna see you're gonna see Arabs all across Egypt from Luxor.
But you got to think about it too. Arabs are Afroasiatic speakers too. Like Middle Eastern and Semitic speakers, they have components, e markers that come from East Africa in the first damn place. They speak in Semitic languages.
Yeah,
Semitic is
but Semitic.
Semitic is part of Afroasiatic language, and the Afroasiatic language is the African language. Come from East Africa, from the Red Sea Hills. You know what I'm saying?
That's
The foot
true.
of Ethiopia.
That's
So
true.
you got
But
even
Akkadian
the
is Semitic, and
two
Akkadian is an African.
You
Hebrew
said
is an
what?
African. Arabic is an African. Syriac is an African.
No,
Aramaic is an
I'm
African.
saying they have African heritage. Like they mixed with indigenous Western Central, West Asian people. You know what I'm saying? When they moved, when these certain groups, even when you brought in the grain collecting culture to the Middle East, to the Levant, they came out of East Africa. You know what I'm saying? And they mixed in with population that was already there. But they still have lineages, you know what I'm saying, that come from East Africa. That's why they speak that language in the first place. Whatever that language was, it obviously dominated. You know what I'm saying? Because they
Yeah,
speak,
of
they
course
speak some.
you're gonna see cultural borrowings from either side, from the
No, it ain't no borrowing. Proto-Semitic was already a language in the Fahim. It migrated out of North Africa, it went into the Levant. You know what I'm
So
saying?
you
Using the
saying
Proto.
Semitic got origin in Africa?
Yes, it's an Afro-Asiatic language.
Yeah, it's an
The
Afro-Asian
proto
language.
language come out of Fahim.
So Akkadian is an African language?
Yeah, it is.
How could you come to that conclusion that Akkadian is an African language? We know
Because it
Akkadian come out of Mesopotamia.
what the family
One
it comes
second.
from. It don't matter.
One
Huh?
second. One
Where
second.
the
One
roots
second.
is,
One second.
the
One second.
ancestry comes from the African language.
1 second. Let me hit this right here. It's a no pushback on Unc saying black is synonymous with African American. Laugh my laugh out loud. Is this a FBA or ADL chat room? No, it's not. So let me push back a little bit. They are used interchangeable, but I think you're right. They aren't actually synonymous. See how we do that around here? There you have it. There you go, Florida baby. But as for your conversation on, we not going to talk about the skin color of the Upper Egyptians. We already know that the Upper Egyptians got darker skin color. Hawao said it right out of his mouth, right? And we know this because we're scientifically literate. Here's a map, right? And if you go to look, definitely the Upper Egyptians will be darker than the Lower Egyptians, just based off the damn map right here. Let me make it a little bit bigger for you. All right.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing when you look at Latin America. We look at Puerto Ricans and stuff.
Hold on, Gullah. Here you go, right here. Y'all can see the valley right there. Y'all can see the Red Sea and all that. All right, so there you go. So yes, the Upper Egyptians will be darker. What's your point? What's your point? Let's see if you can correct yourself on the fly like that instantly. Florida Baby 97. Now hit the damn link and get on the panel. Stop playing with us. Y'all can go ahead.
And no pushback. We understand the position or is what Ankh means. So now you could have asked for clarification, but why would we push back when we all know what Ankh means when he says that, right? I consider myself black as well, but I'm Afro-Caribbean, right? But black is a vague term. If I say I'm black, where do I come from? What region does that it demonstrate? It only says something about how I look, qua skin color. It doesn't say nothing about my history, about my roots, about the civilization. It doesn't say anything about that. So it's irrelevant to the conversation we're having.
So Cedric, can I ask you a question?
Go ahead, my brother.
When scientists refer to the baby mummy in Libya as the black boy, or they refer to the Kushite dynasty as the black pharaohs.
Yeah, wrong with that. That's wrong.
Is that a pseudo? Are they being pseudo when they refer?
Yeah, they racializing it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They racializing it.
Yeah, I did a whole video dealing with the black pharaohs. That's ridiculous. So if the Nubians is the black pharaohs, then who the hell is the rest of the people then?
Even Dr. Sorkinetta talk down upon against it. He's an African American anthropologist.
I'm gonna ask the question again. If the Nubians in the 25th dynasty is the black pharaohs, then who the hell is the rest of the motherfucking people?
So are scientists using black interchangeably?
No. Answer the question. You gotta answer the question.
Oh, my fault. I didn't know you. What was the question?
If the Nubians are the black pharaohs, then who the hell is the rest of the people?
I guess the white pharaohs.
Right. There you go. Yeah, there you have it. There you have it. Right. See, there you got it. You figured it out.
I mean,
see how crazy it is?
They never referred to Ptolemy as the white pharaoh, so that's why I'm guessing
crazy.
The rest of them are the white pharaohs.
Hey, Rim Risk, what's up? Unmute yourself. What's good?
What's good?
What's up?
Yeah, have you read the collection of articles called Collective Degradation?
Never
where it deals with what it deals with, like racialization. And it talks about like proto racism. Because when I hear you stream, I hear you always say that the like race was created by white people, and that doesn't make any type of sense. No, people can't just create race. Like you can't say the race was created by white people through white supremacy. That makes no sense. So what you're saying is that people didn't have views of race prior to white people what's it called, embarking on their what's colonization and slavery and all that. That's just not true.
Okay.
Everybody had ideas of race.
Hold on for a minute. Hold on. So nothing just jumps out of nowhere. You study evolution around here. Nothing just pops up out of nowhere. So that's inferred. That's inferred, brother. So I would agree with you that there is some proto. Yes, I agree with you. So now what? Now what do you have to say and argue about?
No, but it's not argument. I'm just putting a point
I'm just saying, but that's inferred. Nothing just pops out. But I want you to show me in time on what you're talking about, where they enslaved 12 million people in the name of their skin color. The Roman slavery wasn't based off of skin color, brother. The Greeks wasn't. So it's unique. So it's unique. What we're talking about, the racialization is unique to colonialism. Although it does have a matter of fact, we did a whole thing on it on the channel. I just want you to know we did a show. Sosa did a show on that. Just want to let you know we on our A game. But continue the conversation. Go ahead,
the Arabs were one of the first ones who started to use heavy racialized terms, like Sudanese, for example, to identify people. And
that's complex. We can put that in ChatGPT. Go ahead.
We see the racialization start from there. What we term racism, which is classifying a person based on the color of their skin, is at the height of the transatlantic slave trade. That's
I would say it started with the Jews, because I got a source that.
Nah, you jumping, man. Hold on, man. Knock that off.
Even the term race cognates
from I want to hear Rim.
From a Hindu term. In the Arabs got it from the Hindu caste system. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
from Brahmanism.
The Talmud is before the Hadiths in the caves of churches.
Okay, you're talking about the Jewish rabbis that started that used the curse of Ham story to create this the what's it called, the exegesis writings saying that blacks are cursed and all that. Yeah, that has a big that is where the transatlantic slavery ideals come from. It comes from the Semitic culture.
Yeah, the Arabs to racialize.
The North Africa, which the Muslims got it, the Portuguese inherited it, and the Portuguese spread it to the other Europeans.
Yes, they got
it. But prior to that, even before that,
from the Jews.
But even before that,
y'all two people can't talk at the same time. It's a ridiculous conversation. One at a time.
But even before that, you have just think logically, yeah, about people coming across people that look differently from them. It's human nature to attribute. They look different from you. They speak another language than you. They dress different from you. They eat different foods from you. Are you going to tell me you don't start classifying them in a certain way? So this is why when we talk about racism, it's very racism is very
turn it down. You got to turn it down. Hey, you got to turn it down a notch. Show my reaction. My Baltimore is tingling. You're loud. We're having a nice, coherent conversation. It's like you dove on here to try to prove me wrong, and I agreed with you. And now you starting to mess it up. You going for it? You mess it up. So what's the name of the social? Let me read it for you. Let me show you where you're going too far now. You had a good idea. You made some sense because we actually did a show on it. So let's do this. What culture started racialization before colonialism? Before colonialism, various cultures engaged in the practices and ideology that laid the framework for what would later be known as racialization. You said something like that. That's why I agree with you. They say, though these early forms of categorization were not identical, see, to the concept of race as understood in the modern colonial sense. That's when I said you was going too far. You was trying to make it say it was the same thing. You tried to say it, we heard you. Ancient Egypt, right? Texts sometimes categorize people by skin color, geography, distinguishing between Egyptians, Nubians, and other groups. This differentiation was more based on ethnic and geographic and cultural than on what would be recognized as race in the modern sense, ancient Greece and Rome. The Greeks and Romans distinguished between civilized Roman and Greek and barbarian non-Greek and Roman peoples. This distinction was more about cultural superiority and political power than race. But they introduced ideas of differences that later influenced racial thinking. Indian caste system, I think Gullah talked about that. The Vena system in ancient India, the Varna, and I'm saying the Varna system in ancient India categorized people into hierarchy groups based on occupation and duty, although primarily a social stratification system later. Interpretations, let me say it right. Interpretations sometimes emphasize physical differences, which contributed to forms of social and racial classification. Medieval Islamic world. Okay, it say in medieval Islamic world there were various views on ethnic and descent, with Arabs, Persian, Turks, and other often distinguished from each other. Additionally, darker skinned people, particularly from sub-Saharan Africa, were sometimes depicted in stereotypical ways in literature and other cultural emphasis, though the distinctions were more about geographic and cultural origins than strict biological race. I ain't gonna be trying in pre-colonial Africa. In Africa, different ethnic groups often distinguish themselves from their neighbors through language, customs, and other cultural markers. Some groups might have developed prejudices against others, but these distinctions were usually ethnic and cultural rather than racial in a way race is understood in post-colonialism. Medieval Europe. There were distinctions between Christian, Jews, and Muslims, which often had racial overtones, especially in relation to Jewish communities. Ideas of blood purity, okay, emerged in Spain during the what is this? The Reconquista. They say initially, folks. Did I say that right? Hold on, I'm gonna get this right.
Reconquista.
What the hell is, oh boy.
Reconquista. That's the Spanish word.
What the hell is that?
Reconquest.
Reconquest?
Reconquest in Spanish, but they was re-Christianizing Spain.
Reconquista. Damn, I never heard that word before.
That is after the 700 years.
No,
that's
I
after
never
the
heard
700 years. That's after the 700 years of Arab rule in Spain. The Spain obviously pushed the Arabs out. That is the period of the Reconquista.
You read enough Arab, it'll pop up in the Arab part when we get into the right before the slavery and all that.
Okay. Initially focused on religious differences, but later evolving into something closer to racial thinking. It's these pre-colonial categorizations were typically based on culture, religion, geography, and sometimes physical appearance is key. However, they did not involve the rigid biological determinism that categorized racial theories during and after colonial period. So what was it that you was talking about, and what exactly was you saying again, bro?
Because you're changing your position now. Because remember when I first listen, calm down, man. Listen, remember when I first came on here, it's because you played a video of that woman, that lecturer that was speaking, and she used ancient Egypt as a reference to say in ancient Egypt, like physical appearance, there was no racialization, basically what you were saying, because there was multiple people had multiple physical traits.
And
the phenotype was
that's
varied.
what we just read. Just said that. They just said that. They
just said what?
the same thing in the chat GPT about Egypt. It just said it.
Okay, can you go back? Can you go back to it?
They identify the Nubians, the Asiatics, the Libyans, the themselves. They identify different people.
Go ahead, man. Here,
So that's
won't
not
you read
that's
it?
not
No, here you go,
identifying
read
race.
Read it.
Relax. Go ahead, you read it, brother. Go ahead.
Ancient. Look at the first thing. Ancient Egyptian texts sometimes categorize people by skin color and geography. So that just wipes out what the woman's whole lecture. She said exactly the opposite of that.
No, that's not true. Yo. You made it up. You know I got it on speed dial. I'll pull it up. I'm saying you made it up, but keep reading though. Because she ain't say that what you just said. Gina Nablowski. She did not say what you just said. But
she said they did not place any value based on skin color.
Right. And they ain't placing no value based on skin color. Finish reading what you're reading. Go ahead.
Distinguishing between Egyptians, Nubians, and other groups, the differentiation was more based on ethnicity, geography, and culture than what would be recognized as race in the modern times.
Right, bro. See?
Exactly.
There you go. So we cool now, right? Because you jumping. Don't jump. I'm trying to bring you back before you hit the concrete, yo. Come on back, yo. You don't gotta jump. Seriously, yo, we gotta slow down sometimes, yo. All of us. Me included,
slow
bro.
down. Yeah,
Me and you included, bro. And once a nigga say he agree with you, yo, stop trying to beat me. You made a great point, bro. You made a great point. I didn't argue that.
Shout out
I just want to say you started driving too damn fast. You was at the speed limit. I was agreeing with your speed limit. Then you start going too hard. Then you dove out on Gina Nablowski, which I'm gonna play that video. You said she was saying that. I'm saying, nah, man. That ain't what she said. She said people noticed the skin color differences, yo, but they didn't racialize the shit. Which is meaning I'm saying because your skin color is this, all of a sudden you're not a human no more. That's what we talking about here. You at the bottom of the barrel because your skin color is dark. Why would the Egyptians do that? They didn't do the Nubians like that.
It's not necessarily that. It might just be like you people who have this complexion, you are lazy people, or you people have this. Wait, you people have this. Wait. You people have this facial features. You are uglier than people who have these. That's all it is. That's a placing of value on people's phenotype.
Yeah, they
didn't. It's simple as that.
They didn't do that though.
Yo, okay. Can I say something, bro?
Go ahead. They ain't.
Now you're making up what they supposed to do.
Maybe get the source for that. You know I got the source for that, yo. They did that so they showed exaggerated features on the Nubians so that you would know that we not like them. They was like what's God? They ain't like us. They was saying that, yo. That was their real features, yo. I just want you to know that.
Can I ask one question?
No, you gotta let whatchamacallit go. You can't jump over. You just heard him. Go ahead, Asonic.
You pretty much said what I was trying to say. They're not like us. The thing is, Kendrick stole that from them.
Yeah.
The Europeans did it to an extreme, where others built up to that for the most part. So we can't use modern lenses to judge ancient times.
No, not at all. You're gonna come up crazy. You're gonna get beat up.
The word is anachronistic.
You're gonna get beat up. Don't do it.
Yep.
Don't do it. We hold on. I gotta come with the video because he was acting like I was trying to do something I wasn't. The Blonsky. Yeah. Hold on. Let's see what she said. You talking about that video, right? Gina.
You're not sure.
Huh?
You're not sure.
I know I gotta find. I can't find it. I mean, I must have spelled the lady wrong. Yeah. Oh, Nina. I got it. I done turned her name to Gina. I done changed the lady name. Man, that my man that got up here and got me off, boy.
But it is Nina G. Jablonski.
Okay, yeah, I'm about to say, God dang, I done messed up the whole thing. All right, hold on. Man. All right, here you go. This the video. Did you say she said that? Are you tapping out or you good? Is we even or you want to keep going? I'm giving you a chance. What you want to do?
Good. There's nothing. We're gonna play the video and see it.
Tapping out. Let me tell you, man, like all of us do it. Yo, we think a person saying something they ain't really saying. So what I learned, what worked best for me is to when we're in these high leverage situations, yo, you mistakenly hear what a person say. I do the same thing sometimes, and I've kind of learned how to stop jumping out the window like that.
No, I'm standing on it. I'm saying I'm right. Yeah, play the video.
Oh, but hold on. So you weren't right about the chat. We read the chat GPT. Didn't say what you said it said. So that's clear. We ain't gotta go back over that because then I'm gonna start thinking you can't read, which is simply comprehend what you're reading. So the Egyptians didn't do that based off what we read right there. Am I correct?
What? Say that again.
The Egyptians didn't do what you claim they did with skin color.
Which is
based
what?
off of reading the chat, which
is what? What did I claim? They
skin color.
They didn't what?
Categorize people based off their skin color.
The chat GP literally said that they did.
No, it didn't, yo.
That's the first line.
It did. That's not the first line, yo.
Okay, read. The first line says they categorize people based on skin color and ethnicity.
Yes, right, but not. We talking about racialized though, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that. We talking about racialized, man. Damn. You can put people in skin.
Not like modern.
Modern time. All right, hold on. I'm gonna hold you to that. Stay on that. Stay right there. Bet. Stay right there. Stay right where you at. Stay there. All right. You what? What you saying? You saying?
Can I tell you the difference? Can I tell you the difference is because the ideas of what causes race has changed over time. Obviously, it's going to be different because they had different ideas about why people had those features. So they're not gonna. It's not gonna come up. They're not gonna have when it talks about the biological determinism because they had different ideas about what causes your race. It's not going to be the same, is it?
Nah, you get it. Like, here you go. I'm gonna get you out of here with this because this the measure right here. What did she say the Egyptians did? She already said that human beings can put each other into categories. We good at
well-being. We pay attention to color. Color is important for us. We can't help but see color. That's one of the beauties of being an old world higher primate is that we have trichromatic color vision. But the fact that we see it doesn't mean that we judge it. The bald assessment of color is completely neutral and free of any judgment. We only affix a value to color through behavior, through acculturation, through exposure to people who have views about color.
Get ran out the gym. Nowhere in the chat GPT say they affix value to the damn skin color. Like a bet, like I'm betting you because of your skin color. I know what we're talking about. Don't move. Stay right here. Don't move. This the lecture you talking about. Here we go.
I like, and this is one of the illustrations from my kids' book, I like to talk about the conditions that existed for much of the time in ancient Egypt as people lived along the extent of the Nile from areas right on the Mediterranean here with moderate levels of UV to areas here in the tip of the Red Sea, close to the tip of the Red Sea in northern Sudan with very, very high levels of ultraviolet radiation. So along the upper and the lower Nile, we see this tremendous gradient of UV radiation and this tremendous gradient of skin color among the various peoples and pharaohs of dynastic and pre-dynastic Egypt. People living along the Nile traded with one another regularly. They saw the difference in skin color. They depicted it in art along in sarcophaguses and other murals along the Nile. But color did not distinguish one group from another in terms of anything but the bare color. There was no value associated with color.
Now, so what you were saying, what? As soon as you wanted to go all the way and dive and hit the concrete, what happened?
What?
Don't run, Rem.
She's not even making sense. She's not even making sense. She just said people didn't.
She not making sense? Hold on, who not making sense?
Huh? She said people didn't distinguish.
Okay, I'm done with you. I'm done with you, yo. This is the lady that actually came up with a theory on skin, and now she's not making sense. I'm not gonna argue with you.
You don't understand.
Okay, we can't even hear you talking. Is somebody talking?
She just said, yeah. She just said.
Hey, Ren, stop it. I'm not gonna argue with you. This is an argument about to ensue. I ain't messing with you.
Why does it have to be an argument?
That's a good joke. There's an argument about to ensue. Ren, I'm not.
Why does it have to be an argument?
Because you said the lady not making sense.
Yeah, because she
wrote a scientific paper on it. She came up with the only valuable theory on skin color, and she's not making sense. Think about what you're saying.
She's contradicting herself. She just said,
maybe you don't understand. Think about that.
Why? I'm making a point.
You're not making a point, yo.
No, you're
I'm not saying the lady can't make a mistake and misspeak. Hold on. I'm not saying the lady can't make a mistake and misspeak, but to everybody that's scientifically literate, she was clear in what she said, yo. It's just you at this point. Trust me. Go back, get the video, wake up in the morning after you got some good rest, and listen to her. She's not going to make that mistake, bro. She's not misspeaking right now. She's not, Ren. You messing it up, man. You just hit the concrete. You just groggy right now. I'm trying to tell you, don't do it.
I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. I just disagree.
My ability to recognize an Asian, an African American, a European doesn't mean that I place value on that ability. It doesn't mean that I quantify the person based on me seeing their skin color.
I made it up. Somebody just made this up right there, yo. You made it up. AJ Morgan, you out the conversation for making up shit. We need a source for that. 28% Neanderthal. Damn.
What exactly the book of Gates is describing?
Man, come on, I don't know. Hey, Ren, are you out the Hey, Ren, either get it so. Hey, Ren, you out the game with that, yo. You
out the game.
You out, yo. You out.
Out the game. How about out the game? You didn't even let me.
You just disagree. Okay, that's fine.
To attribute a natural human phenomenon, my ability to distinguish color, with that being automatically equating to that being I'm racist, or that's racism. Racism is attributing value to skin color. It means you're less or more or up or down based on skin color. The Egyptians, nor did the Romans or the Greek do that. Your skin color had no value in that sense.
The Romans and the Greeks definitely done that. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't think you've read the literature on that. The Romans, even the Romans write about it very extensively. They talk about they're the ones that has probably like the most writing on it. They always talk about these categorizing these people based on phenotype.
We just read it. We read it. ChatGPT didn't say none of the shit you just saying. We just read it. And you forgot that quick.
No. Anything outside of the Roman culture was a barbarian. Once you were a Roman, you were civilized. There were black generals in the Roman army that the Romans did not engage in dark skin. Sorry, there were dark skin generals in the Roman army.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
They did not quantify people.
That's an oversimplification. Like to say that. That's like saying. If somebody
let me finish a sentence, you can't say that's like saying. That's like saying is trying to straw man my position. If you want, you got to steel man my position. Instead of straw manning it, then you're actually indicating that you're understanding what I'm saying. Again,
All right.
my
Anyway, I'm still gonna
ability,
say the same
my
thing. That's like
ability.
saying
Also,
if somebody rises to
No, I know.
a
We're not
high
gonna argue with you.
leadership position, if somebody rises to a leadership position in a society, that means that the group that they come from isn't discriminated against.
What? I know what you're talking about.
Okay, so say let's say the society where a black person rises to a position of leadership, it's an oversimplification to say black people are not discriminated against in that society because a black person got to a position of leadership. That doesn't make any sense. It's a reach.
do you know what the word anachronistic mean, my brother?
Can you adjust the point that I just said?
My brother, do you know what the word anachronistic means?
What is that going to do what I just said?
Give me the definition of that word. What does anachronistic
Adjust what I said first, and then we can talk about what you're saying.
No, I do not
All right, then
acquiesce to
let's just move on then. Let's just move on.
So you do not know what anachronistic means.
No,
So
you said you're not going to adjust my point. So let's just move on.
That's a faulty premise. Why would I need to adjust it? Because you do not understand what anachronistic means. The question is directly related to your statement. Your statement indicates a logical fallacy, a fallacy rooted in anachronism. So I'm asking you, do you know what anachronistic means?
I'm not even. Yeah, I'm not even listening to you. So let's move on.
So you don't. So you do not know what the word means. Okay. So let's chat GPT that for you. Just a second.
So, Neanderthal DNA. Neither Europeans nor Asians have 28% Neanderthal DNA. Let me put that on the screen so he don't run off. Yeah. Okay. All right, here you go. Yeah. Yeah, you messed that up there. Yeah, that chat GPT is cooking with super hot grease. Y'all gotta stop it. Neither nor Asians are 28% Neanderthal. However, both populations do have some Neanderthal DNA. Studies suggest that non-African populations, including Europeans and Asians, have about 1 to 4%. All right. It say of their genome derived from Neanderthals due to interbreeding between modern humans and Neanderthal tens of thousands of years ago. The 28% figure might be a misrepresentation. Try to tell you. Instead, what researchers often find is that collectively, modern humans outside of Africa retain approximately 20 to 30% of Neanderthal genomes spread across all individuals. However, this doesn't mean any single person has 28% Neanderthal DNA. Do Africans have Neanderthal DNA? It says Africans generally have little to no Neanderthal DNA. It says reasons for this is that Neanderthal interbreeded primarily occurred with populations in early modern humans after they migrated out of Africa and encountered Neanderthals in Europe and Asia. Therefore, non-African populations, such as Europeans and Asians, have inherited 1 to 4% of their DNA from Neanderthals. However, recent research has revealed that there is small amounts of Neanderthal DNA in some African populations, which likely came from back migrations of people with Neanderthal ancestry into Africa after the initial interbreeding events occurred outside the continent. That means that while the amount of Neanderthal DNA in African populations is significantly lower compared to non-Africans, it isn't entirely absent.
Yeah, because even the Khoisan got a little bit of it. Cause they got it from they get it from the South Cushitic people. Because the South
Right, that's why
Cushitic
we
people,
don't sit there and listen. Just sit there and just listen.
South Cushitic people got back migration because they mix with, you know what I'm saying, Asiatic people or Western Asia, because they Afro-Asiatic people. You know what I'm saying? They've been mixing and matching, trading for a long time.
Yeah, we ain't. Hey. Yeah, Neanderthal James, bro, you can't even look. The chat GPT is devastated at this point. We're getting them out the game quickly without arguing. So yeah, we got it. We understand you don't Ren, we understand you just don't agree with her. Don't worry about it. Don't agree with the lady that came up with the theory. It's fine. You don't have to. Right? I'm not going to argue with you not agreeing with an expert that came up with the damn theory. That's like saying, I don't agree with Charles Darwin. Well, no, not a problem. You either got to bring an article of another expert that has backing, that's saying what she's saying is wrong, or you just having fun tonight on the show. We appreciate
So
you.
so you're saying that Charles Darwin's writing there's no wrongs in Charles Darwin's work?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying whatever is wrong, they don't carry it forward. That's what I'm saying. Just like whatever's wrong with Dr. Ben, we don't carry it forward. Y'all do that and make yourself pseudo when you carry it forward. Diop, you don't carry the stuff you got wrong forward. Y'all do that and carry it forward. I don't do that. When they got it wrong, they got it wrong. I move forward with the things they got right. Because
So
that's what the scientific mind does.
So what's the difference in me criticizing her work?
You ain't an expert to criticize them. You just talking. You spitting in the wind. You talking. How you gonna
That's your
criticize her
opinion.
work?
That's
You
your
can't
opinion.
criticize her work.
I can. Why can't?
How?
Why can't I?
Because you got to criticize her work with some work. You get it? You can't criticize. Are you a biologist? Are you an evolutionary biologist? No. So
Is
you're
she?
just having fun. You're having fun. But you can get some experts' work and put it up against it. That you can do. I agree with you. For me to listen to you, I'm not listening to you. I'm not listening to myself criticize her. Why am I listening to you? She don't know what she's talking about, brother. I said it. I'm talking in third person like T-Bags. I don't agree with that. Get out of here, yo.
Well said.
Is that what I said? Or did I reference the collection of articles called collective degradation? Did I not reference that?
What? You ain't referencing no data saying what you saying, because I put up the video that you claim said it, and then I put up chat. You didn't say it. Who said it? We need to know. And this guy's still in the chat talking crazy. AJ Morgan, and that's the updates. That update signs. My error was 28%. It's 20%. Man, get out of here, man. That's it.
Well, can I please say something, bro?
Yes, you can, absolutely, brother.
First things first, I want to say, yo, Gawa, much respect to you, bro. Thank you for sharing all the resources and allowing me to learn. And Unc, great stream tonight for the most part. I appreciate the fact that you tackle this and you are addressing each person's concerns. I'll say concerns instead of biases, just to say that it deserves an answer at the end of the day. Pan-African James, what I'm going to say is this. There's non-African stuff. Please look up the map. You are disrespecting people who are Northeast Africans, and due to intermixing with West Asians, you are calling them non-Africans. I don't want to be disrespectful, but who are you to call them non-Africans when they're born and speak the language as African?
Yeah, he tripped. You don't listen to him, yo. He done. he jumped off he never recovered from jumping off the Empire State Building. Don't worry about it.
No, I just thought I'd say a couple of points, but at the end of the day, great stream. I appreciate it. You made me hit the link while I'm camping right now. Tired as hell. What is it, 2:30 in the morning?
Yeah,
it means I'm engaged.
No.
If East Africans are not African because of their back migration, then James, you definitely ain't no damn African because you African American.
Yeah,
for real.
Well, I will say this. I will say this.
I agree with you, Sonic. Pan-African James doesn't realize how disrespectful he is when he continuously says stuff like that. It is highly disrespectful. I don't think he means it in that sense, but that's just his ignorance. But it is super disrespectful. And when I realized that was his position, I pretty much stopped talking or having a discussion with Pan-African James. Made no sense. That's
But
completely.
there is some truth in that. There is some truth in that about the back migrations of what's it called, the Horn of Africa. There's some truth in that some of them are over 50% non-African. So if you're over 50% non-African, why would you consider the person not what the majority of their DNA is?
They ain't the majority.
Sorry?
East African, especially Somalia, they 40 to 60%. They 40% back migration, and they 60% African, indigenous African.
Yeah, but obviously that's an average, isn't it? There's variations.
African is the majority. You
Yeah,
have to
but that's a
take.
I'm not arguing that
Ain't doing
point
the average,
because
but the average is crazy.
that just indicates you do not understand evolution.
Level to the back migration too. It ain't just one big back. You got the Bayes Eurasian back migration too. Well, them people was just a foot out of Africa any day in the first damn place.
Ain't even a foot.
And when we look at the back migration, what we are seeing is the genetic flow, the offspring of those people that came back in, the offspring, that admixture that we're talking about, they're indigenous to where they were born. They don't come from anywhere else.
Look. The back migration has been in Africa so long. You would call a Native American indigenous to America, but the back migration has been in Africa longer than Native Americans been in North America or been into America.
Exactly.
They've
You know
been
how
there so
many
long that even some of the markers have branches that mutated in Africa. Even like some of the U6 markers that come out of Eurasia, some of the branches of it like is in Africa, like the sub branch. It have been there so long amongst Amazigh and Berbers and shit. And have you remember?
there are levels and layers to this conversation. But if you do not understand these basic concepts, when you hear migration, you're thinking of a person living for 50, 60,000 years, remembering and holding on to his original culture. The offspring are born into an environment. And that's why these linguistics arguments sometimes are so flawed. These people come into a particular area. They adopt to the dominant culture. Their offspring, no other environment, no other culture, no other place. They are indigenous as anything else. This is ignorance speaking at this point.
So at
let
what
me
point?
share my screen. I'm gonna give you the point. Here's the point. Y'all can't beat the chat GPT at all. Y'all slow. AI is better than y'all. Y'all can't beat AI. Better
White
than
people. I
y'all.
don't know. I think herbs are white people. Herbs
Better
ain't
than
even white.
y'all. It's better than y'all. Here you go. Here we go.
Get it.
Here we go. Here we go. I'm just gonna read that. Here's the question. This gets James out the way. James, go argue with yourself in the mirror. Don't argue with me. What's the difference between African and non-African? The differences between African and non-African population in terms of genetic culture and history stem from several key factors: human migration, adaptation, environments, and social development over millennia. Right? That's the difference. Right? Hold on. We ain't got a conclusion. The difference between African and non-African populations are shaped by a complex interplay of genetic, environmental, cultural, and historical factors. While there are distinct differences, it's also important to recognize the shared heritage of all human populations and common threads that unite us as single species. These differences highlight the diversity and adaptability of humans across the world and shaped by tens of thousands of years of evolution, migration, and cultural development. Now, are Northeast Africans or non-Africans? Once again, are Northeast Africans or non-Africans? Northeast Africans are considered Africans. Just like Hassan said, the population in countries like Egypt, Sudan, Eritrea, Ethiopia, and Somalia are geographically, culturally, and historically rooted in the African continent. However, the region has a unique, complex history that includes extensive interaction with populations from the Middle East, Arabian Peninsula, and the Mediterranean, which has influenced cultural, genetic makeup of its people. Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna read the breakdown.
Nothing else. That's it.
The conclusion.
Nothing else.
The conclusion: North Africans are considered Africans, both geographically and culturally. However, their historical interaction with other regions of the world, particularly the Middle East, has given them a unique identity that blends African and non-African elements. The complexity is a result of the region's role as the crossroads of continents and cultures. But at their core, the population remains African. Ngozi and Gullah talk about the damn layered cake.
Yep.
Y'all don't get the example of layered cake. We'll talk about that next week. Tomorrow. How about North Africans? North Africans are also considered Africans, but like Northeast Africans, they have a complex identity due to their geographic locations across Ocean Africa, Middle East, and Europe. The population in countries such as Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, Libya, and Egypt are rooted in the African continent. So maybe I don't know what the word rooted means. Go outside tomorrow, look at your trees, and look at the damn ground. That's the damn roots. Mean the thing that the trees stand on, gets its substance from, gets its nourishment from. The core of it, the thing that hold it upright is the damn roots. But have been shaped by historical interaction with various non-African regions, including the Mediterranean, Arabian Peninsula, and Southern Europe. North Africans are Africans by geography, history, and culture, but their identity is multifaceted due to the recent history of interaction with the Arab world, Mediterranean Europe. While Arab and Islamic cultures has a significant influence in North Africa, indigenous African Berbers cultures remain an impact part of the region's identity. The blending of these diverse influences make North Africa identity complex, but at its core, it remains a part of broader African heritage. What y'all talking about, man?
Y'all need to stop it.
Y'all gotta stop it, yo. Y'all come up here with something else. Yeah, hey James, we don't even do the argument no more like that, yo. Yo, I can give you 30 sources to say the same thing right there. I ain't gonna argue with you over that, yo. You just stuck. Now we can identify when you stuck. And big up for Chief X for taking down that wild video. Yeah, that's why we was like, yo, make sure we get a copy of that. You know he took it down, Gullah.
Took it down.
Yeah.
He don't even know what a human is. He don't even know what a human is.
Who? Which one? Chief X or
no, James. James don't even know what a human is.
Yeah, James don't know what a human. He has no idea what makes a Homo sapien sapien a Homo sapien sapien.
He don't even understand. He don't even understand phyloallergy. He don't understand that. He don't understand. He don't know what he don't know what the difference between a species and a genus.
Hey, Gullah, you ever talk to 42 tribes? He be having fun, yo.
42 tribes?
You ever talk to him?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if you go by another name or what.
You know, 42 tribes, yo. He got the wild look. It say that 40% shared is also shared with Yeah, he'll get you confused. Up, boy. Yeah, Neanderthal James, we can't pay no attention, yo. You know already. Yeah, once you go past my man Rem. That's my man Rem. Y'all appreciate you coming through though, Rem, but you dove hard, yo. I was trying to stop you. I had like a stunt movie, yo, because I knew you was doing a stunt. I had that big thing waiting for you, yo, and you just kept going. So I still
think I'm right. So
is what it is. Let's examine what anachronistic means. Saying the Egyptians are racist, right? Just to point out what anachronistic means, could be considered anachronistic depending on the context in which it is said. The concept of racism, as we understand it today, grounded in specific historical, social, and scientific ideas, developed primarily in the modern era, particularly from the 18th century onwards. Applying this modern concept to ancient Egyptians or any ancient civilization without considering vastly different social and cultural contexts can be considered anachronistic. Why would it be anachronistic? Different social construct. Ancient Egyptians had their own system of social hierarchy, cultural identity, and xenophobia, but these were not based in the modern concept of race. Their distinctions were often based on ethnicity, nationality, or cultural practices rather than racial categories that emerged in more recent history. Historical context. Racism, as understood today, involves a belief in the inherent superiority or inferiority of certain racial groups, often linked to pseudo-scientific theories developed in the modern period. Ancient societies, including Egypt, did not have these same racial categories or concepts. So, anachronistic means applying modern concepts, looking back with modern definitions at things from the past and applying these modern concepts on things like the Table of Nations, for example, my brother. So that is what you're doing. So that's why your question was inerrant.
Who are you talking to?
He talking to you. Who look? Hey, gotta look. 42 Tribes is crazy, yo. He say this channel is silly. Somalis are 5%, back migration not 46%. You ain't even say that, yo. It say this channel is silly. No, you silly 42 Tribes. You've been silly for years. Why you think I never listen to nothing you say? Have you ever wondered that? Yo, this channel is silly. Let me be the first to tell you you've been silly. You defeat ChatGPT every day. Yeah, you got the hogwash, wild DNA, mumble jumble. And this is the first time I get this. Let me say it. You're a mumble jumble artist. Techno babble. There you go, sir. Since we have a silly channel. We appreciate everybody that came through. What was it you want to say, Mr. Rem?
I just want to say I never said anything about applying modern concept of racism to the ancient Egyptians. So I don't know what this guy's talking about, just rambling.
Oh man, that's Cedric. There ain't no rambling, man.
I appreciate the acknowledgement that your comprehension level is not at that level. I appreciate it.
You just chat shit, man. That's it. You just chat shit.
Ah, man, we at the point, 4 hours, man. We gotta get out of here, man. Hit that cash app, man. Show some love, man. We around here 4 hours, man. We read off the. There's nothing to read off. Well, there you have it. Unfavorable opinions about topics and ideas. We got people defeating ChatGPT. We got people defeating the experts. We got a lot going on, man. But that's okay, man. So is the human. Homo sapiens, sapiens, sapien. So is the human. It is what it is, man. We appreciate everything. Appreciate everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? What's up, man? 6 man. Pseudo Killers official, man. Yeah, take them videos down, man. With all that pseudo science running through them. Chief X. Yeah, you know what it is, man. I'm on your head, yo. Yeah. We on that first 45 minutes of the.
He think he know everything. He don't know there's room for improvement. Lit up, start up, I'm stuck in my mind.
Hey.
I'm cool.
Big up to the twins, man.
Teaching the youth cause I'm an influence. He don't know nothing but the way that he talk. He don't got money by the way that he dress. Twinning them, baby, you know we the best.
Don't need your boy,
Waste some of my time, I don't know about that. I'm a prophet that check. Right off the bat, you don't stand for nothing, I'm falling for anything. OG just told me I gotta stay focused. You know I'm the one cause I put us in motion.
Raymond Bear.
I'ma score, you know this.
AJ Morgan.
I'ma keep on going, it's nothing I miss. Going on trips that stay on the
Boy, you try to pan that. Thank y'all for coming through. Couldn't do it without you. Hey.
I'ma keep going till I go to the end. We ain't taking no losses.
Metro.
Talk about money, I don't need no more friends. I talk about money, I don't care what they say. 1K in a day, that's a cool little day. I step back and shoot like I'm playing no 2K. I watch these females, don't fall for the bait. My money on time, ain't no delay. I try, but the real don't blend with the fake. He said he gon' check, he gon' fall on his face. He know everything, he don't know there's room for improvement. Lit up, start up, move. I'm stuck in my money, I know that I'm coolin'. You know that I'm coolin'. Stay all the way, cause I know what I'm doing. Teaching the youth, cause I'm an influence. He don't know nothing but the way that he talk. He don't got money by the way that he wait. Twinning them, baby, baby, you know we the best. Standing on business and run up a check. Wasting my time, I don't know about that. I'm going for that check right off the bat. You don't stand for nothing, you gon' fall for anything. OG just told me I gotta stay focused. He know I'm the one cause I put us in motion. Just give me the ball, I'ma score and you know this. I'ma score and you know this. Free tech.
Hey, you listen to your host, Bobby Banger. Like and subscribe to Community Skeptics. Support the family of shows on the pseudo killers. Respect game. As an old friend of mine said, get flames. Man, y'all know what it is, man. We banging them out. Making them take down their videos of misinformation. It is what it is, yo. Heavy is the head to wear the crown. Sit back and watch and see how we get down. And with that, we out.